Yo, what up, what up, what up? This your brother, you know what I'm saying? From another mother, same father. Why bother? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, let me holler.
hey, so yeah, this your bro Donny, man, aka D-MAUB. I got my other brother with me, my partner in rhyme. You know what I'm saying? Partner in rhyme, partner in crime.
Listen, man. What's up, man? Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
And on the show, this is what we do.
This is what we do, bro. This is what we do. My bro Vern, aka V Nice. You know what I'm saying? My home slice.
Hey, listen.
Man, we got my brother for real in the building today.
Yes, sir. Talk about it.
Man, we don't watch this dude,
man,
from this big. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Listen.
In the music industry, coming in the game.
Yep.
And man, I'm telling you, like, when you look up the word consistency,
what's the picture you see next to it? Exactly. That his logo. For those who don't know, he's doing the face of the logo. If you don't know, now you know.
This dude face right there, bro. Man,
Listen.
Shout out my man. Thank you so much, Regis, aka K freaking drama, Mr. Cincinnati. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
I'm
right.
from the CINCINNATI. This is my hometown.
I'ma rep it till I die.
Bro, what?
Hey.
Thank you for allowing me to borrow that long.
You know what I'm saying? If anyone can use it, I want it to be you, yo.
Yeah.
Ultimate flattery, like,
No.
for real. Yeah.
Man, when I was making that song, I was like, you know what? It just was right, bro.
Yeah, it felt right.
It just
I
felt
loved it.
like, bro, it just felt right for me to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
I had to shout out my bro K Drama. You know what I'm saying?
Like every time, like from
And you produced the beat,
yeah,
right?
and I made the beat, so it made
Freaking
sense.
God.
It
Yeah.
made sense.
Oh.
Yeah.
I had to do that,
Yeah,
bro.
but considering your like pedigree as an artist, like we all, not just Cincinnati, but worldwide, like you're like a rapper's rapper. You are not like a rapper. You are a rapper's rapper. So like for
thank
you
you,
to
bro.
use that for real, like as an artist, you could deal with like, am I good enough?
Yeah.
Am I,
Yeah.
you know, it's things like that like reinforce like, okay, I am dope.
Okay,
Like,
okay.
all right,
I got
okay.
this. I got this.
Yeah. My boy D-MAUB using my line. I must be all right. Cool. Cool.
Now that was always one of the dopest like lines, bro. Especially we from Cincinnati.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, big time.
And so you making the beat for I Can't Vibe with Every
Yeah,
Team.
I love it.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you ever call that icy wet? Like
ICV wet.
Yeah.
ICV wet.
Yeah.
I do.
I love it.
do.
I love how
I do call it that
it
sometimes.
looks cool, like the title. So it's like, what does that mean? Like,
Yeah, ICV wet. I do call it that
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah, that's dope.
If I tell somebody look it up on YouTube or whatever, they're like
Yeah.
ICV wet. That's the
Yeah.
quickest way.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
Because it ain't even spelled all the way out.
Right.
So you have to type it in that way. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
You know
I love it.
that stuff can be confusing. Like I typed it in, I ain't find
Yeah,
it.
but that's
So-
rappers though. We rapping cold.
Absolutely.
You know, so it's dope. Yeah.
Man, so bro, so take us back. You born and raised Cincinnati, Ohio.
Yup.
Man, tell the people about, you know, like your childhood, man. Like what part of town you grew up in? You know, how was the family dynamic
Yup.
like? What was that, man?
So I grew up, I kind of bounced around.
Okay.
But I always found my way back in Kennedy Heights.
Okay.
So Kennedy Heights is where I tell people I'm from. Grew up there, but my mom and dad, they were together, but not together.
Okay.
So my dad, used drugs most of my life,
Okay.
you know, and I
Okay.
could tell like at his best,
Yeah.
he was the best,
Got you.
Yeah.
but at
Gotcha.
his worst, he was worse.
The worst.
And unfortunately, drugs usually wins.
Absolutely.
So like we were oftentimes separated to the point where my mom and I went back to home base,
Okay.
which was Kennedy Heights, and then my dad would live with his mom
Okay.
in Woodlock because I would imagine he just wasn't welcome in the house.
Got you. Okay.
But as a kid,
You didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But I knew certain things because like my dad I was like, that's not right. Like his behavior, like he would get violent, he would get
Gotcha.
loud.
Got you.
And when I would see that, it would scare me, but I'm like, I love my dad.
Yep.
My mom is like, call the police.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but that's my dad.
Yeah.
And I remember one time, like, we lived in Village Brook Apartments and or townhouses, and there was a Thriftway across the street. So I'm dating myself with the Thriftway, but like I walked across the street to Thriftway with a quarter in my pocket. Like, should I call the police or not?
Wow.
Because this means that my dad's going to go to jail. So that was the dynamic. And I remember even being in like the 6th grade.
How old was you at that time?
So I was in the 2nd grade at that point. So that's why I'm not afraid to talk to kids about real issues.
Yeah.
Because I was in kindergarten when my dad was trying to get drug money out of my mom. Like, open your purse. Like, my mom hiding in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Like, I remember that very vividly. And I remember like 6th grade, I would go to, what was that? Queensgate. Back in Queensgate.
Yep.
My dad would get locked up. One time he did the dumbest thing. He took like a ham from Kroger or IGA. Got arrested because this wasn't his first offense.
Okay.
So my mom, she dealt with some things like I imagine it was just from trauma.
Yeah.
So like my mom would not visit my dad. She would send me to visit him. I'm in the 6th grade talking to my dad through a glass.
Yeah.
Doing a fist bump, on the glass. And I need some therapy. Like looking back at a lot of that stuff. But I talked to my dad and I always admired him because he had that hustle. I see that in me.
Absolutely.
He's very good at whatever he does. He's very good at it. And so, that's why I said, like, I used to speak about my dad. Like, if he would have asked me this 10 years ago, man, forget my dad, But I think over time I've realized, like, man, there's so many nuances to a person,
man,
and so I have grace because, especially as a father now.
Come on, bro.
Like, I think about like my own kids, and I'm like, dang, my dad was probably trying to wrestle some things, trying to be the best dad he could be for me, but having all these different roadblocks in front of him. Some that he put on himself, but also some that just were the cards that were dealt.
Yeah.
And I have similar things. I'm not a drug user. I've never done drugs a day in my life, thank God. But like, I have other things.
Music, that's my drug.
Yeah, exactly. For real.
Stuff can really be.
It can be that.
Have us, bro.
Yeah.
And take our time, and we feel like I can't live without it. Like, that's real talk, bro.
Yeah.
Especially when you idolize it and it takes the place of God.
Right.
It takes the place of your family.
Come on, man.
Because there's people out there that it hides itself, such as like workaholics.
Yeah, exactly.
They sit there and just bury themselves instead of dealing with life. I'm gonna just go to work.
Yep.
Or I'm gonna just go to the gym.
Yeah.
And it feels like on the surface, they're being productive or that's therapeutic.
Yeah.
But it's like in reality, it's not. That's their substitute. That's their vice instead of actually facing and dealing with the issue.
Golly.
It's interesting though you say that, because not to like put myself on a high horse, but like one thing I've always valued is family.
Yeah, absolutely.
So like,
and I can tell.
I've tried to the best of my ability, and of course I'm not perfect, but I've tried to live in rhythms where, like, cause I heard Ty Collins say it once. He was like, 5 o'clock, it doesn't matter what I'm doing. It doesn't matter where I'm at in the song. I'm clocking out.
Yeah.
I need to be with my family.
Right.
So I think for me, my kids at a younger age, it was easier to spend time, because I'm their hero. I'm throwing them in the air. I'm showing my strength and wrestling them. It's now that I struggle to connect, because they're older. They're not as impressed by me being a rapper or producer or how strong because now they're strong. My youngest son can pick me up, you know? So like now it's me as a person in their youth, because I think when they get older, they'll be where I'm at as I'm being introspective about my father. But I think in the moment in your youth, you're not fully mature. It's maybe there's imperfections that I haven't noticed about myself that they see, because it's just you can better see somebody else's flaws than your own.
Absolutely.
So I think they see flaws in me that disconnect them from me. And then instead of me going head first trying to solve it, I'm like, man, this is hard. Let me just let me go to work. Let me, because they're doing their own thing. And I'm not just going to sit here and do nothing, because I don't know how to sit and do nothing.
Correct.
I don't know how to sit down and not move.
Right. It's the hardest thing in the world for me, bro, is to just not do nothing. I feel like as an entrepreneur, I'm unproductive when I take a day off. I feel like I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Even though that's not true, I feel that way. I feel like I could be doing something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
To provide for my family, because that's what comes over me.
Yeah.
As the head,
Yeah.
it's like I don't want to be lazy, bro.
Yep, me either.
You know what I mean? I don't want to appear to be lazy.
Nope.
I don't want to do things that will make me feel like I'm not doing anything productive with my day.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So so as an entrepreneur, man, and only entrepreneurs get that, bro.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was gonna say.
Nobody who works a 9 to 5, right?
They'll never understand.
They'll never understand it.
They won't. They really won't, bro. They can say they do unless they do something on the side, right? As an entrepreneur,
even then, it don't. It don't compare.
It doesn't compare, man.
I've always said that we as entrepreneurs are like lions that go hunt for the prize. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if we don't go hunt, our family don't eat. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's different than, I call other people who work 9 to 5s, and there's no disrespect to them at all. But I liken them into like baby birds that are in nests with their mouths open. Somebody chews their food up and puts it in their mouth. And then they go back and spit it into their family's mouth. They punch in. They clock. It's easy for them. They show up. We have to go out there and have to hunt, kill that joint, drag it back to the pride. And we just deal with so much that people, like you said, they will never get, they won't understand. It looks the same, but it's completely different.
But here's the thing too, bro. Here's the thing too, bro. Oh my freaking God, bro. Like this is the difference. Is you can clock in and be mediocre. And get your check.
That point.
You can do the bare minimum. When you clock in. And get the same amount you would get. As if you went all out.
Exactly.
As an entrepreneur, you can't be mediocre.
At all.
Slack, bro. You can't do that. Because your outcome will be different.
Your outcome will be different.
It's going to reflect 1 to 1.
Bro, let me go to the mall and sit and not ask nobody, do they want to support? Let me sales is out of here, bro. Right?
Yeah.
So every day, my performance has to be at the highest level.
Say that, bro.
It can't be mediocre, bro. And that's the biggest difference from you working for somebody and you being an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? And not only do your performance got to be at a high level, but your money management got to be at a high level.
Big time.
Your marketing got to be at a high level. Your customer service got to be at a high level. Right? Your consistency. Everything has to be at a high level all the time. Every day, though. Not a couple times a week. Every single day, bro.
And that's crazy because in a big company, those are different departments.
You're right.
We have to be, that's what makes what we do so hard. And I feel it as a musician because I am every department. Musically, I'm the producer, I'm the engineer, I'm the writer, I'm the recorder, I'm the mixing engineer, mastering, I do the artwork, I'm doing the distribution, I'm managing myself. But then on top of that, then from a business aspect, I have to do the marketing, do the customer service. And you have to be on 10 for 20 different departments. Only, get this though, only in my position, I could do my best work and it not sell. I can make a beat. It could be the most fire beat in the world. Post it on Facebook. I can get 100 people to say, yo, this hard, this on fire. But no one pulls the trigger and actually buys the beat.
Freaking
so
God.
at the end of the year,
do all that.
You can do all that. And maybe at the end of the year, my tax return is like, yo, you made this much. But your accounts receivables are all over the place to where I make a beat and it might sell the next day, but it might be a net 30, net 60, net 90. You know? I might have put a beat on clearance and it still don't sell for 100. But because I'm dealing with one customer at a time as opposed to I make one beat and 100 people can use it. So like that one guy might be listening to the beat in secret for a whole year. Like, man, I can't afford it. I'm just trying to get enough saving. Like I've heard so many stories, which is why now I don't panic as an entrepreneur. And I think that's the key thing. And I think even back then, like in my childhood, I kind of tied together. I think one thing I saw in my mom because of her faith in God, because she got saved around my second, like when I was in the second grade, so like 8, 9 years old. She didn't panic. And I don't know if I like, consciously recognize that. I think subconsciously I always felt like things were going to be okay. Like, sure, we were poor. We were technically homeless. Like, we were living with my grandparents. We have our own home. You know, CPS, because I work in CPS in Cincinnati Public Schools. That's their definition of homelessness. That's one of their definitions. Is you don't have your own home. You're living with a relative.
Yes, sir.
We had 1 bedroom. My mom slept on the floor. I slept on the bed. But one thing I knew was I was going to have nice clothes. I was going to eat. And I was going to have somewhere to lay my head. As long as I had those things, I was okay. And I think as an entrepreneur now, like, I've had moments where I'm like, oh God, how are we going to pay this bill?
Listen to me. Man. Let me sip my tea.
They are going to cut our electricity off. Like, tomorrow I'll be making beats at the library on my laptop. Why can't y'all at the library every day?
Man.
Because Duke got us, you know?
Man, listen.
But
bro.
But you know what? One thing that you said through all of that, the through line is consistency.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? Because when you do have those bad days, because they will come.
They will come.
I'm letting you know
it's going to rain.
It's going to rain.
It's coming.
Going to happen.
It's coming.
So you got to do the best you can to prepare mentally. Because a lot of times people just prepare physically and they think to themselves like, I got it if I could have this much stacked up. But sometimes
that don't matter.
It don't matter. Sometimes it may not come. And you have to be strong enough mentally to be like, listen,
come on, man.
For me, number one, I can't let this break me. And then number two, for people who got families, oh my God, it's even more. So now you got to carry the strength of your family, your spouse. You got to be able to have those difficult conversations with them to say, hey, babe, listen, this hasn't been a good day. This hasn't been a good week. This hasn't been a good month. And those are painful, especially for male entrepreneurs. You know what I'm saying?
It's the only way you get your money.
And your pride is on the line too, because you the head. Because I'm constantly thinking to myself like, God is above me. I'm
it's
next.
Me. And
it's me. My wife, my family.
Exactly.
So I sometimes find myself looking up at God like, Lord.
Every day.
What's going on?
Because
I'm looking down bad here.
And but what you said, bro, like, you can spend all that time. See, and that's another dynamic, bro, from entrepreneurship to somebody who works a 9 to 5, right? You spend all that time, bro. You don't get paid on an hour.
You know,
no,
you don't have an every 2 week check,
bro. Think about that, bro.
You don't have a salary, which is a guarantee.
No, bro. You
no safety net.
Check to check.
Sale to sale.
Sale, bro. You can spend 2 hours making a beat. And it don't sell, bro. So that's 2 hours of your time. That's kind of wasted. It's kind of wasted.
Kind of wasted.
If that particular beat never sells, you've wasted 2 hours, bro. When you go to a 9 to 5, if you on the clock 2 hours, they're even if you don't do nothing,
you're getting paid.
You
clocked in.
You clocked in, bro.
It's a guarantee.
It's a guarantee. You know what I'm saying, man? You got saved at an early age, bro. What transpired that made you be like, oh, I can't. Nope. I need God.
My friend died. And he was a good dude. Marquez Patterson.
How old were you then?
I was 14. Just turned 14. 2 months later, 3 months later, he died of a heart failure. He was 13. We were in the same class. Smart, tall, being tall as a guy. That's why. He tall. He was taller. He was tallest in the class. Smart, played football, and one day he just died of a heart failure. And I think for me, because I was living reckless at that point, and not reckless like I'm carrying guns, selling drugs, but I was far from where, like sixth grade for me, I was like, I'm trying to get girls, I'm trying to get money, I want to look good
for sure.
So I need this image, so that I can get all the girls to hug me, get their numbers, And so that was my mission. And it kind of took me down like a spiral where I was just doing anything for attention. I was going to Walnut Hills at the time. I had 4 Fs out of 5 classes, so I got booted. Only time my mom whooped me. Because I think she took so much pride in me going to Walnut Hills. Like, my kid's smart. And considering I failed kindergarten. Like, she was like, my kid, take that. Y'all thought, because I think there was some family dynamics going on with how the rest of the family looked at my mom and dad.
Oh, okay.
Because they're like, he the dope addict. what does she do? So I was their crown jewel. He going to school. He doing good. He's good at basketball.
Yeah, you was a trophy.
Yeah, I was a trophy.
Yeah.
So like I then sabotaged all that.
Yeah.
My mom, I be whooped me for like 10 minutes.
Yeah. When they talking to you, what they talking about? Oh my freaking God.
She can do all that,
bro.
Right.
So she put me in Christian school. And here's the thing, throughout all this, because like I said, my mom got saved. I was in the 2nd grade.
Okay.
So I was going to church.
Okay.
So I had understanding of the Bible.
Gotcha.
It's just, I kept them very separate.
Yeah.
Sunday, because I was another way to get girls too.
Yeah.
I quote scriptures, my suit looking nice.
Yeah.
You know, I got my church shoes signed up. I got the vest on, the silk vest.
Shoot, bro.
Killing them.
Oh, my God.
Now, my hairline was thrown off. I don't know. What do you believe in hairlines? I look at all my school pictures like
what was we
thinking now, bro? There was just no emphasis on the hairline for some reason.
Like all the barbers, like in the year 19... Like 2000 started working on shape ups, bro.
Like, what is happening?
What the heck is y'all doing?
Yeah, what was going on? So like, yeah, I used the church to like get attention because I wasn't getting that attention at home.
Okay.
So then at school, Monday through Friday, I'm doing whatever requires me to get attention and be popular.
For sure.
Yeah. So that came to a head. 7th grade, get kicked out. 8th grade, I'm in the Christian school. I'm like, dang, they worse than the public school kids. I was like, they caught they fast. They were good people.
Yeah.
But like, I was like, dang, they got some issues here too. Like,
because but also because they're so restricted.
Yeah. And I think
you know
that's
what
a lot of
like,
it was.
Oh my God, let me get free. You know, I'm at school. I can't do this at home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta go to church. I can't go to the parties. I can't go to the movies. I can't do nothing, bro.
Right.
So school is my only chance when my mother ain't around.
Yeah,
father ain't around to go crazy.
They was doing some stuff. And so like, but I think it was still a good environment.
He said the stuff. I ain't gonna say no names. I'm not
gonna. My people too. Shout out to them if they watch it. But like, yeah, some of y'all was living reckless.
Bro, my wife told me like it was these Christian schools where I got my first kiss. I'm like, dang, that's crazy.
It's crazy. So like then it was still a good environment to be in because the Bible was being taught.
Okay.
And I was always intrigued by the Bible. I just thought the Bible was a good, like, it's well written.
Yeah.
I've always like, it's just like,
even as a teenager,
Even as a teenager, like I didn't want to be in Sunday school. I wanted to be in service. I wanted to hear the preacher preach.
Oh, wow.
I don't want the kid version. It's funny because my oldest son, Savion, is like that now. He goes to teen church, but he's like, I like going to the adult service. Yeah. So it's pretty dope. I'm like, all right, I'm not crazy after all. Yeah. Or maybe both of us are crazy. Right, you know what I'm saying? It's one of those. But shout out to Savion. But yeah, so then my friend died like 2nd quarter. And that's when I was like, wow, like death ain't got no age. I was like, if I was to die today,
wow.
I mean, I don't, nobody wants to go to hell.
Right.
But really what the thought that came to my mind was if I died today, that I lived the purpose that God created me for. I was like, God created me for a purpose. Why am I here?
Wow.
And even though when I got saved, I didn't have that answer quite yet, but I knew it wasn't for what I was doing.
Yeah.
I was like, there's got to be more to this life.
Yeah.
And I do believe in God, but my heart doesn't show that I believe in God, or my actions doesn't show that I'm like, I tell people I'm a Christian.
Okay.
Right.
But I'm like, everything I'm doing does not align with the Bible.
Right,
I'm not even trying. Like, I got to get in the game. Yeah. And so that's November 22nd, 98. I was like, I want to get in the game. I got saved at the funeral. And it wasn't like the preacher did an altar call.
Okay.
I think it was at Corinthian Baptist.
Okay.
Like looking back, which is cool.
Yeah.
But at the time, I didn't know what that church was and how implanted in the community it was.
Yeah.
But like, I was sitting there like, yeah, God, I need to change. And I asked Jesus to come in my heart.
Dang.
Yep.
Yeah.
That day, that night.
Crazy, bro.
Yeah. And I haven't went back.
So it's funny, man, like somebody dying in your life.
Yeah.
push you
to live.
To live.
Yeah.
And the same thing happened for me with my mom. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like, it wasn't until my mom died that I was like, you know what? I don't believe that I'm here to wake up, try to figure life out on my own, go to sleep. Next day, wake up, try to figure life out, go to sleep.
Yeah.
And do that until I die, and that's it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, no, bro,
yeah.
no
way.
No way, bro. That's a big waste of time.
Yeah.
Whoever created me, he's wasting, like, this was for nothing then. You know what I mean? And
man.
That's what got me to, like, no, I know I'm here for something else.
Yeah.
Like I gotta know my purpose. I gotta know why I'm here. Then I start looking at my environment, like, you know, 5 years go by and these dudes doing the same thing that they've been doing. I'm like, nah, something.
Yeah, it's gotta be more.
It's gotta be more, bro. It's gotta be more.
Yeah, I've never made that. Like, I know your story.
Yeah,
but I've never connected it that way. Like, that is a cool common denominator that we have. Like, not that you want.
Yeah.
Especially your mother. Yeah.
But that's what it was. I lost my mom. I was 19 years old.
Yeah. Wow.
Cancer. Yeah. Yep. And right before my mom died, my aunt, shout out to my aunt Pam, she started coming around. I can't recall meeting my aunt before my mom died, right? Okay. But my aunt was saved. My aunt is saved.
Yeah.
I think my aunt found out that my mom had cancer. Now, I didn't know my mom had cancer. I didn't know the severity of it.
Yeah.
My brother and sister kept it from me, you know, because they didn't want me to go lose my freaking mind, right? I was young.
Yeah.
And so my aunt, I guess, found out that my mom had cancer, and my aunt started coming around and preaching to my, like, and started taking her to church.
Yeah, wow.
And so my mom started going to church, so I started going to church. I'm like 17, I think, around this time, right?
Wow.
But I got one foot in, one foot out. And I'm just going because my mom going.
Yeah.
But my mom ended up giving her life to the Lord.
Wow.
And I remember the preacher saying, like, you know, we'll all be united again for those who believe.
Yeah.
And I only got saved to see my mom at the time.
But that's dope. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But a couple years later, it wasn't about my mom no more.
Yeah.
It was like, man, I love Jesus, bro. Like, I realized what he's done for me. You know what I mean?
Yup.
And so,
that's
bro.
so dope. Wow.
Yeah, death made me snap out of it, bro.
Yeah. And it's like, I feel like for me, I could hear, because I didn't have the distractions, because I was trying to follow the Lord.
Yeah.
And I was focused. I had a new focus.
Yeah.
So I could hear God's voice clear, which is what pushed me, like, into music. Cause I wouldn't have, I don't know if I would have ever gotten into music if I had all the distractions to where, cause the Lord literally told me I was going to do music. It wasn't like,
and you wasn't into music for real. Before?
I've always loved music.
Okay.
But as a consumer.
Okay.
So like, it's funny looking back, like, everything has a purpose.
Yeah.
It's just crazy to me. Like, I look back and I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Like, it's so cool. Cause for me, okay, so all my aunts, my mom, and I have two aunts, an uncle, and then my mom. So it's 4 of them, and they all love music.
Okay.
I mean, you go in the basement, it's not the whole wall filled with records, but it's like a whole bar, records, record player. So like, before I got saved, I just remember sitting around that record player. I play Earth, Wind and Fire, Reasons.
Okay.
I would play Sugar Hill Gang. I would look at different records, but this record looks interesting. It'd be like Bootsy Collins records. They had all these Bootsy Collins records, and I was like, man, they must love this Bootsy Collins.
Shout out to Bootsy.
Yeah, shout out to Bootsy, right? Knew nothing about him because I'm like, I'm 6, I'm 8.
Yeah.
Didn't know my uncle Chip drummed for Bootsy. This whole, like, not the whole time, but like, I found it out later, like you can look videos up, and my cousin Chip, big stocky dude, always wearing sunglasses, drumming for. But I'm like, this was in my family the whole time.
It's crazy.
Had no idea. So, and then my aunt Denise, shout out to her. And it's funny you mentioned like Aunt Pam.
Yeah.
Cause my Uncle Gerald, my Aunt Denise, on fire for the Lord.
Okay.
Never coming around me around my lowest. And I always loved spending the night over there playing Jenga. They took me to the Black Fan reunion for the first time. So like, I'm getting exposed to culture and music, all these things. But like, my aunt bought me a keyboard just a little Casio, you know, and you play the little preset song.
Yes.
But
oh my goodness,
man, I would play this one, do 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 do. Like, I just loved it. It was infectious.
Yeah.
So like, and I would like, if I saw a piano, I'd try to play little things, but I wasn't like trying to be a producer or rapper or nothing. And then I did play in the band. So like, I was just trying to get popcorn. We got popcorn if we played in the band. So I played trumpet, terrible at it because I wasn't focused. But like, so I always liked music.
Okay.
But then, and I listened, like I grew up on Bone Thugs.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
I grew up, everybody my age, your age, grew up on Michael Jackson. So like, I remember looking at like, not Bad, but Thriller. We had the Thriller album on vinyl.
Yeah.
And so then when I got saved, though, a couple months later, I saw a dude rapping at a youth retreat. I went to a youth retreat with my church. And at this point, I got introduced to Christian rap. My mom used to pass me Christian rap tapes like A1 Swift. So like, she was just she was like, you listening to that Bone Thugs, like that No Limit, that Master P. She used to literally go in my drawer and break my tapes.
Oh my God.
I used to hide them from her. She would just break them. What was a day, Mom?
What is this? What is this?
Like, you ain't little Mako say, Mako.
That's hilarious.
You say, like,
right. No! I spent $12 and everybody's on that.
Everybody's record.
bro.
Back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day. So, but she bought me all these different, and I liked them.
Yeah.
I wasn't like, this corny, this whack. Like, But I would listen to A1 Swift.
Okay.
Then I listen to Bone.
Okay.
East 99 Eternal. And I go back and forth, back and forth. So I listen to everything.
Yeah.
But then but my Pastor Lai, I went to Victory Outreach at the time. It was in, Mount Auburn.
Okay.
And, he would play Antonius for me and Prime Minister at LGY,
Great
DCP. And that was perfect because I was really into Master P. Like, I used to go to school dressed up as Master P, like Last Don era. I used to wear suits. I had a derby. hat with the feather on the side. I literally went to Tri-State Jewelers, y'all. I went to Tri-State Jewelers. So I got in on the entry level. They had a little baby one you could buy for like $80. I don't know if it was real gold or not. I think it was. Maybe. But then I bought that and then I traded up to the big one. Ain't had diamonds in it though. They had one with diamonds. I was gonna get that one next.
This dude thought he was really in No Limit, bro.
I had a No Limit ring that I bought from Norwood, from Surrey Square. They had a jewelry store in there too.
I remember.
Had a little pinky ring. He used to cut my finger on top, but it had diamonds in the tank. Oh, I really thought I used to wear a 3-piece suit that I got from Value City, bro.
Yo, that's wild. How old were you, man?
I was like 12.
Man, oh my God, bro. You talk about somebody really being, and man.
Influenced and dedicated?
Oh, I thought I was him, bro.
This is why I always say, like, music is so influential, bruh. And we are lying to ourselves when we say like music don't influence or impact our lives, bro.
It does. It does. Man, just like how music influences. Look at the way that even adults dress.
Yeah.
They move based on the culture of music.
Exactly. Yeah. Big time. Big facts.
Very true.
It don't go nowhere. It don't stop. People may think, oh, when you young, and we may laugh like, oh man, you was a kid.
Yeah.
But look at adults, the way that they dress. People in their 60s.
Yeah, that's
look at
true.
how they dress the
this
same
is true.
as they did when hip hop was like
crazy.
Cam, like Cam and them, like pink,
the pink
and everything.
Yeah, oh yeah, everything.
Yeah, it don't change.
I think for me too, though, which I think I still admire Master P, and what I saw back then. That I think what I was really attracted to was the entrepreneur in him. Because I love business as much as I love music.
Me too.
And you have a lot of people who the trope is artists are just artsy fartsy.
Yeah.
And all they want to do is create. And there are artists like that.
Yeah.
Right.
But I'm like, I am fully Christian, fully rap producer, hip hop culture, and fully entrepreneur.
Absolutely.
I love all three.
All of them.
That is
me too.
My trinity right there. So like, I think even as a kid, because I remember my teacher in the 6th grade, she, Miss K Hall, we were trying to raise money to go to DC.
Okay.
I ended up not getting to go to DC because I got the chicken pox a couple days before. We had sold all these chocolate bars. I was so salty.
Had the money.
Had my clothes, bought new shoes for the trip. Couldn't go. But the one thing I remember from all of that is she taught us about entrepreneurship. Wow. I don't even know if this was part of the curriculum.
Wow.
She was a history teacher. But I always remember it just a light bulb went off. And Master P, same thing. Light bulb. And I think God was giving me little clues like, this is what you're going to do. Same with the music, and they're both going to merge. Because if you're going to make it in music, you have to know your business, especially if you're not signed to a record label.
Absolutely.
You got to, Master P, he signed himself.
That's right.
So that's what I ended up, after I started getting into music, like I went to that youth retreat and this dude was rapping to a No Limit beat. He was rapping to Fiend, no. Snoop Dogg's, it was, he had a song called Woof. Woof, M-A-F-A, ooh, M-A-F-A, wow, 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 yippee, yo, yippee, man, that beat was so hard. That beat go hard today.
Wow. That's probably Beats by the Pound.
Yeah, it is Beats by the Pound. I love it.
God, bro, Beats by the Pound, bro.
Hallelujah. Beats by the Pound. I listened to beats from back then. And I'm like, oh, that's where I get some of these little nuances.
Still to this day, bro. You go back,
trying.
Bro. When they listen, I will never forget. I heard. I can't. I think it was Bout It, bro.
Ooh, one of my favorite beats. Not the bass line they could fix. Like looking back, absolutely. I was like, the bass line don't really match the rest.
But that
beat's hard.
I'm gonna tell you what blew my mind, bro, about that beat. Is when I heard that. But it wasn't just the sound.
Yeah.
It was how the freaking sound was panning from each speaker.
Yeah. They was doing some crazy stuff.
Bro, I'm like, I never heard that in my life, bro. I was in the car and I was like, how is the sound panning from the left front, right front, the back, right, the left back, and back? How is that sound? How did they do it?
And I'm surround sound.
Bro, Beats by the Pound.
They were ahead of their time.
Yo.
Yeah. And like, you got to think back then, they didn't have the equipment we have now. And I always think about this. I'm like, not that artists aren't good artists, but I listen to a lot of older music and I'm like, the producers I feel like are way more advanced in their technical skill than the singers or the rappers. Like I listened to Crucial Conflict yesterday, right?
Oh.
Hey, in the middle of the bomb.
Yeah.
I was like, this song sound like trash. I was just listening to it like, but back then. And even a lot
it was nothing like it.
It was new.
Yeah, it was new.
I think
that's what it was.
That's definitely what it is,
but
right?
Then I listened to a Bone Thugs track and I'm like, whoa.
Technical.
Woo, like
vocals.
DJ Unique.
Harmony.
Yeah. I'm like.
On freaking point, bro.
Yeah. So I'm like, it's just funny. It's just a lot of times the producers or the musicians, they are masters at their craft.
Yeah.
And they do a lot of the heavy lifting to make the artist look good on a track.
Yeah.
I think now we live in an era where you have to be I think rap is in the water now. Like, you don't have to teach people how to rap these days. Because I've been teaching in schools this is my 4th year, and these kids can just rap.
Yeah.
Rapping's easy now. Yeah. It's just like playing basketball. But for me back then, like looking at this guy rapping to this Woof beat, I'm like, God was like, you're going to do that. I was like, I've never rapped before.
What?
Never rapped a day in my life. I had written a song before, just one, and I like poetry.
Okay.
But I'd never rapped before.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember your first rap?
Yeah, it was called Don't Pass Us By. Yeah, don't.
And you always rap gospel.
Yeah.
So you didn't even have an opportunity.
I never rapped in the world.
Okay.
Like the only time I did it for a health project. I wrote a health song.
Okay.
But I don't even count that.
Nah,
like, it was horrible. Horrible. My first song was after I became a Christian.
And what was it called?
It was called Don't Pass This By. And I wrote it to that Woof beat. So when he rapped, so when he rapped to it, I was like, I want to do my own version.
Yeah.
Because truth be told, I didn't say this part, but when we were going to the youth retreat, we knew there was going to be a talent show.
Okay.
And me and my dude Brandon were conspiring. I still had a lot of the world on me looking back.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, we gonna win the prize money. We gonna get girls at the youth retreat. You know.
This dude was on the girls and no limit, bro.
Girls and no limit.
No limit to the girls.
Like, right.
No limit to girls. You know
nah.
Right.
So like but when we chickened out basically. Well, I was thinking of doing it to the Woof Beat because we used to go to Walmart, me and my dude Twan. Okay. We used to go and we would buy singles.
Okay.
So I had like Notorious B.I.G. Hypnotize. It would be the radio version. It'd be the explicit version and the instrumental. So I knew instrumentals exist.
Single.
Yeah, the maxi single.
It's crazy.
So I always bought those at Walmart for like $3-4. I would buy like one a week. And then it all God made it all click. When I heard, like, when we were going to do the talent show, I was like, I was going to Walmart and get that Woof beat because I remember that being a single.
Okay.
But we never did it. But he did it. Of all the beats he could have used, because this song was not like a #1 hit single. It wasn't like he just took Boots on the Ground and remade. Like, everybody's playing Boots on the Ground.
Yeah.
It's like he took this underground hit.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, God, let me at least try. And I wrote the song. I was on fire. I came back from the youth retreat. We drove from Pennsylvania. Soon as I got home, I rode my bike because I grew up in Kennedy Heights. I rode my bike down the hill to Walmart, got the single, rode up the hill.
Absolutely. Got to go back.
On a mission. Ooh, I was trying to get up the hill with the CD,
right.
you know. And then my plan, which I don't know what maybe there was no Google back then. Like, it wasn't just you Google this.
Nope.
What I did was so my mom had this stereo and I knew if you press record on tape mode, it would record whatever was in the atmosphere.
Absolutely.
And my aunt had a CD player. So my thought was get her CD player, put the CD in there. I'm going to sit in the middle of the two boom boxes. And I'm going to rap the song. That was the first song I recorded. And like my pastor, I recorded several songs, but I never shared them with anybody.
Okay.
And I used to take a notebook because I rode the bus to church. We used to have church right down the street from Hughes. So I caught the 4 downtown and then, I think I caught like the 17 or something to get on the, whatever street that is by Hughes. So, but I had this notebook to pass the time.
Okay.
It was like a hour and a half bus ride. I think he knew what my notebook was. He was like, this dude rapping. I never told him I was rapping. Holy Spirit put him on it.
Oh my God.
He was like, I'm putting together this youth retreat. This concert. We're going to do it as an outreach at Taft High School. And I'm going to bring preachers in the hood. And I'm like, I never heard their music.
Okay.
But I knew they were signed to Grapetree. So for me, I was like, yo, I'm there.
Right.
He was like, I want you to do 45 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
I said, what?
You want me to do one song 10 times?
Yeah.
Bro, what the
right.
Yeah, right. But that was my thought. My thought was, it was like being at the youth retreat. My first thought was, no, why would I rap? Second thought was, why not rap?
Yeah.
Because I prayed, I didn't tell this part, but right before I heard the guy rapping, it was like a revival night. I mean, thousands of people in this sanctuary. We're just praying. I mean, Holy Spirit was thick.
Yeah.
And the pastor, man, God, I don't know any of these people. I wish I could thank them. I wish the guy who was rapping, I could go up to him and say, you inspired me to rap. I don't know who this guy is. But, so if you're watching out there, you gotta make yourself known.
Make yourself known.
DM
me, brother.
But the pastor was like, pray that you don't leave here the way you came. I prayed that prayer. Very dangerous prayer to pray. Cause I went there just like, I don't know what I'm gonna do in my life. I left there like, I'm gonna be a Christian rapper.
Wow.
And then my pastor was like, I'm going to get preachers in the hood. I want you to do 45 minutes. And so my mission was, how do I get 45 minutes worth of music?
My God, bro.
No studio. I took the church's keyboard and I used to just play the presets.
Yeah.
I used to just, now they were terrible. Like looking back, but the salsa one was decent.
Yeah.
The hip hop one was trash.
Yeah.
But the salsa one was, I can rap to this. And And then what I did, I took one of Great Tree's, I took True to Society. They had a song called Let's Take a Ride. And then
first of all, I just want to say,
Society.
I
hate how you remember stuff so well, bro. I think weed messed me up, bro. I think weed stifled my memory,
my
bro.
dad scared me from doing any drugs.
Bro, it's a few people on this earth that remembers freaking everything, bro. K-Drama is one of them. And Delmont is another one, bro.
I can see that. Oh, yeah.
Bro, these dudes don't forget nothing, bro.
Which is crazy, because I went to school with his sister, Jasmine.
Okay.
So it's just funny how, like, like, God was putting me in play. Like, by the time I met Chow, like, there was all these connections already that I had no clue that God was going to use to build his kingdom, which is just crazy. But, like,
now, for disclaimer, I ain't smoked since I was.
Yeah, there you go.
I hold on now.
Right.
Hey, I was just want to make sure. I ain't smoked since I was like 19 years old. Come on. I think I smoked. I think I still smoke so much.
Yeah, right.
That my memory is out.
Like my dad hallucinated one too many times.
Oh yeah, no, it's over.
He was outside screaming. I was like, nope.
Oh yeah.
Whatever he know, I'm not doing it. I'm not on that.
Right.
And he was naked too. I'm like, bro.
Like, whoa.
He didn't have a body like that at the time. Like, I was like, bro, whatever he's doing.
Dad, put a freaking
robe on at least. Right. If you go howl to the moon, look good doing it.
Right, please.
He said, and he didn't have a body like that.
Now, he didn't have a body like that. Not at that point. He didn't let it all go. Bro, you gotta chill. You gotta chill. They looking at us. But,
that's hilarious.
But yeah, so, True to Society. Actually, what's crazy is, cause I picked up on stuff back then that now I realize, like, God is just giving me a gift.
Okay.
But you don't know, because hip hop is not this, like, developed market.
Not at all. Not at that
It's
time.
not, I mean, so like for me,
especially Christian hip hop.
It's like a niche market of a niche market.
Yeah.
So like, I remember going to Brighter Day bookstore, and I bought God's Original Gangsters. It was like a compilation album, and then I already had True to Society. They both used the same beat by this producer named Black Gold, because it was like, and I always liked this song. True Society version, he talks on the whole intro, but on the God's Original Gangsters version, it's just music until he does this little laugh at the end and he starts rapping.
Okay.
So here's what I did. I took my dual cassette player and I recorded just the intro until it got to the laugh. Stopped it, rewind it back.
Paused that joint.
I kept doing it. I didn't realize I was looping, that I was sampling.
Bruh, shout out to DJ Classy K. That's the first person who made my beats, and he did the exact.
That's crazy,
bro.
And to me, it was just
exact.
This will work.
Yep.
I didn't realize that was a thing. I didn't realize I never watched a documentary like this is how Pete Rock makes beats.
Yeah.
He has an MPC and he loops it and then it does what I just did manually.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So I came up with 40, and then of course I had the whoop beat.
Okay.
I had JT Money, who that. So I ran to that beat. I was using the N-word at the time.
Yeah.
Because Great Tree, actually Laz got on me about that later. He was like, yeah, your music sounds good. You shouldn't use the N-word. I never used the N-word since in my music.
Freaking wow.
But I used to use it because all the Great Tree, because Prime Minister was big on like using the N-word. And later on he stopped doing it. But like, so I had 45 minutes worth of material, and then I rapped at Taft High School.
And this is your first show?
This is my first show ever. We've been passing out flyers for like a whole month. We went to Over the Rhine.
Okay.
I mean, in a grimy day.
Okay. Yeah, buddy.
We was passing out flyers. They probably was selling drugs while we were passing out flyers. They scared out my mind.
They took your flyer in one hand and had...
They rolled your flower. Your flower up and was like, go up with this. They too strong.
Cool. Thank you. So we passed out flyers. And then we had so it was a 2-night revival. Night one, I did a couple songs, but then it started thunderstorming and we shut it down. That didn't go so well.
Okay.
I think I was just nervous.
Yeah.
I was shy. And I think I messed up on my words. They weren't like booing me, but like they just didn't have the energy of day 2.
Got you.
Day 2, bruh, killed it.
Made you a believer.
He was
like, I can do this. I can do this for a living now.
This lady was standing up with her 3 kids, and they were just
into it.
Never forget it.
Golly.
They were in the bleachers. I was on the track. And get this. So this dude named Mike was a Christian rapper that saw the flyer. He was like, I'm gonna come to this thing.
Okay.
So he comes. He's like, let me get a verse on it. I'd never heard of rap. I don't know. But I'm like, I had a good vibe about it.
Yeah.
He killed it. I have it still on tape. I recorded my first show on tape. I brought that same tape player.
Oh, my freak.
I have it all. Now, I got to get it fixed because all the tape came out.
Okay.
But I still have the tape. So I'm going to get it fixed. I'm going to post it on YouTube one day. That guy was in a group called like Angels in Battle or something like that. And that's how I met Yao. If he didn't come to that first concert, he invited me. He was like, LGY is going to be in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
This was like a couple months later.
Yeah.
So I came to Abundant Life.
Last church.
Yeah. So these guys, herringbone chains.
Absolutely.
Yep. I was like, who are these guys?
Yeah.
Right? I like them. And you hadn't rapped at this point. You were more like hype man.
I was producing for Ron.
I'm like,
last.
I was like, he seemed cool. Like,
yeah.
So I remember I still got this sheet of paper. It has everyone's phone numbers on it. It has your number, your old number. It has Laz.
Same number.
I think you might have been. I think you were there. It was a bunch of people.
Oh my God.
LGY's raps. Holy Spirit Fall. It was crazy.
Yes.
And then like, it was just going, it was like getting my reps in, keep rapping, meeting people.
Yeah.
And then like you rapped at this thing and y'all did Laugh at the Devil.
That was my first verse I ever wrote Christian hip hop.
Bro.
Was Laugh at the Devil.
It was in Avondale. I'll never forget. Cause I didn't know
I don't
you
even remember that
yet.
one. Wow.
So first of all, cause he debuted the song, the beat comes off. And I'm just sitting there like,
I produced that joint too.
Yep.
I'm like, what is this? This is hard. I'm like, bro, this is the hardest song I ever heard.
God.
And of course, I was a Laz fan by this point because I had seen Laz rap a couple times.
Okay.
But I hadn't seen you rap yet.
Yeah.
When you rapped, I was like, oh my God, he's the best rapper in the world. I don't even remember the verse anymore. I need to go back and listen to it. But you were doing your double time.
Yeah.
And I was just sitting there like, I've never heard anything like this in my life.
My double style forever.
He is the originator of this.
I've been doing that
Devils. If you ain't commercial.
Ever. Forever.
Like, this guy is a legend.
That's so crazy.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Laugh at the Devil. Wow.
Yeah.
Because he
can't stop us. Laugh at the devil. Laugh at the devil. Laugh at him. You know why? Because he can't stop this.
He can't stop us.
He can't stop this. He can't stop us.
It was crazy.
It was crazy. That was a crazy.
Yeah.
That was really different. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really was, bro.
That was that was one of those pinnacle moments in time. Like,
you
go through life and there's just key moments where you just have these, like, God put his finger and just stopped everything. And was like, we're gonna stay here for a second.
Yeah.
And that was definitely one of those moments.
Yeah. So the reason why I mentioned him, because I think this is 98, 99. Yep. I dropped my first CD in March 99. But Laz had dropped the maxi single with Can't Stop, I Won't Stop Giving Them Praise. And that was that, right?
Yeah.
It's funny, like, because I didn't know that. I just loved the song. And I'm like, oh, now everything makes sense.
Yep.
So I had that song. It had Push Them Down, Push Them Down, Push Them Down, Get Them Out, Push Them Down. Oh, and I didn't realize that was you on the ad-libs. Push Them Down. Oh,
Yep.
I love those songs.
I think we went to a studio in...
Was it Roseline?
Roseline, and they had Reel to Reel.
That's crazy. And this wasn't Elliot.
No.
Okay.
No. They had reel to reel,
crazy.
bro. We recorded that in the studio.
That's crazy.
Yeah, bro.
So he became the blueprint for me. I wanted to be Lab. Labs to me was Master P now.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I mean, figure wise,
Yeah.
his height, his stature,
Everything. I love
go.
He used to
I
pull
can
up.
see that.
He used
Oh
to
my
pull up.
God.
I don't know if that was an Explorer or an Expedition.
It was an Explorer 4. It was a Ford Explorer.
And he had the Transformer deck that used to come out.
Absolutely,
And
bro.
he had the 12s and the chains, whatever he had.
buddy.
Because he drove me one time. We rapped on like a public access channel. I still have it on tape.
In Forest Park?
Yeah, Forest Park.
On Waycross.
At Media Bridges, right? Waycross, I mean. And I'm like, I remember that day just changed my life.
Man.
Because I was like, yo, this is attainable.
Yeah.
Because I used to send my tape. By this point, I was convinced I was going to be a Christian rapper.
Yeah.
Now, my skill wasn't caught up with like my ambition.
Got you.
But I think I have room to grow.
Yeah.
And so like I'm sending my albums I sent a demo to Great Tree.
Okay.
I sent the demo to Unity Clan's Eternal Funk Records. Tone was working with them.
Yep.
And I sent my tape to like one more I think maybe Cross Movement or something like that, but got no reply. I figured I wasn't street enough for Great Tree.
Got you.
Cause I was like, I grew up in a rough environment, but I didn't like tote guns or nothing, right?
You had to do a few stuff.
You had to have a beard or something.
Right. You could be like New Wine level.
Right. New Wine level, right? Bloody Fifth.
Yeah.
You know?
You had to go through some stuff.
So, but then seeing Labs on a local level, I was like, all right, if he can come out with a CD, I can come out with a tape.
For sure.
My thought was,
for sure.
I was like, let me be realistic. He's a little older than me. I'm working at Kroger, you know, but like, I think I could save enough money to like record a couple songs. So like my brother got me in the studio in Roseland, actually.
Okay.
It's called Hitmaker Music. And, actually they were looking, it's crazy because that's where, God rest his soul. That's where, just passed away, rapper, Cincinnati, K. Riley.
Yeah.
That's where K. Riley recorded.
R.I.P. K. Riley.
Yeah. And they noticed, but this was the same studio I was about to start working in. My brother and I went to school. We went to 2 Christian schools. So the first one we went to, Landmark Baptist.
Okay.
We went there and it was K through 12. So we all caught the bus from Kennedy Heights all the way to Evendale.
Yeah.
And so, our dude, Sean Kenny, I remember though, I was like, oh, he's super cool, lived in Madisonville. And, Aaron, my brother, shout out to him. He was like, Sean, he just opened up like a professional studio. I didn't realize professional was an understatement. This was a 24 track. They had like the Elise's ADAT machine where you press record on the mixer.
I remember those.
Booth, everything. This was my introduction.
My boy
to
went in
music.
there like,
I went in there like, oh my God.
what the heck is this, bro?
Taught me the MPC.
Yep.
I made 4 beats. And some people were like, I made 4 beats in 2 hours.
Oh, yeah, you was on one.
And never made a beat in my life. I mean, stuff was quantized. And granted, the MPC will auto quantize. I think had I learned in a different system, I would have gave up. But it was just the perfect storm where I had the perfect equipment.
Yeah.
And I was like, as long as I have an MPC and a Rolling XP80 attached to it,
Yep.
we rock it.
That was the combination.
That was the combo.
That was it. Because we had it too.
Yeah, y'all had it too.
We had the exact same thing. And it was MAUB that taught me how to use the MPC.
Bruh.
I don't know if you remember, we had, remember Patch?
Yeah.
Patch and them?
Absolutely.
You took me over to their studio that was in,
yeah, right?
No. It was in Northside.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah,
It was
North Side.
Oh, this was
Second floor.
pre-Christian.
Exactly.
Yes.
I got you. Okay. Oh, I'm loving this.
Going back.
J9.
Yep, Jake.
I used to see all their posters
Profit,
on the,
Them three.
Them three
used to roll back in the day before they was even doing gospel rap. MAUB introduced me to them, and I remember going over to their studio on Northside, and it smelled like stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then went up there, and then that's when I sat down and was watching them work that MPC, and I was like, I got it.
Yeah.
And then Lazarus went and bought one. And it was a wrap.
It was a wrap.
Put that mug up to the rolling, and it was
crazy.
over.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Bruh, you want to know something crazy about all of this that just clicked? Because remember, I was in the Master P.
Yeah.
So seeing like was it 51 Third or what was their group called?
That's what it was.
It was 51 Third.
Oh my.
So Judy Jones.
I'm swinging on him before the show over, bro.
So Judy Jones.
His memory. Do it now.
Yeah. Do it now.
Get out the way.
Cause I'm gonna run. I'm straight dip.
Thank you guys for tuning in to the show.
Right. It was real, y'all.
It was real?
Peace out.
Peace.
Peace.
Yeah, Judy Jones. I remember.
So here's the connection. So when I went to the studio for the first time, my brother set me up, Roseline.
Okay.
I couldn't find it. I got lost because it was a whole plaza. 3 Square Music Foundation was in the same plaza, and Judy Jones was working with 3 Square Music Foundation with the lady Kimberly.
Yeah.
So then I would see the posters from 51 Third, and I guess Judy Jones Entertainment was like the promo squad that was doing all the street. They
did street promo all day.
So then the studio that I started at, they got robbed. Hitmaker Music. They got robbed. And then I wasn't recording there anymore. I was looking for a new studio. And my requirement was had to have an MPC at least. And then some sound bank to connect with it. I get to the studio. It's actually right across the street from Hitmaker Music. It's called MVP Studios.
Okay.
And what's crazy is I get in there. He gives me some drums. It's twins, Rob and Ron. Rob gives me this like floppy disk with drums on it. And I didn't know who, it just said J9 drums.
Yeah, J9 was beast.
Wow.
So a lot of my drums starting out were his kit.
Wow.
808, snare, clap.
Imagine having kits back then, bro.
Yeah.
As a producer.
Yeah.
You got kits.
And so I didn't realize what I fell into.
Yeah.
Because I listen back to a lot of the music now. Now I get why I stood out.
Yeah.
It's because a lot of the music either didn't have an 808 at all or they were using a sub bass.
Yep.
I came in the game. All I used was 808.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's what I think was catching LeCrae's attention and all these other artists' attention because you listen to a lot of that East Coast, like cross movement. They weren't using 808.
No. It was darn near.
It was on the rise.
Yep.
But like, Christian rap was a little dated. It was a little behind.
Yeah.
But Laz wasn't dated to me. I felt like his sound, I was like, this is the sound.
That's that feist
here. It was
That's
different.
that D-MAUB. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, y'all were just different.
Right?
So there was a lot of that inspiration between Laz, FIC Music, Great Tree, and then just the equipment that was given to me. That God just made sure he has to have this kit, this equipment.
Right.
It could have worked in other scenarios.
Yeah.
But I just think I just happened to use the best stuff possible.
That's crazy, bro.
And I just really give God the glory for that.
Nah, absolutely. Bro, do you remember sitting down, creating the beat? You like, I'm about to really start producing because you was writing first. You was rapping first.
I was rapping first.
Right. And you was using other people's beats. Right. Before you start producing your own.
Right.
But do you remember? Yo, what up? This episode is brought to you by our partnering sponsor, man, our lifetime sponsor, Good Company Apparel, a brand encouraging individuals to wear who you are and live what you believe. Hit the website, www.goodcoapparel.com. Follow us on IG, Good Company Apparel, and come check us out. We up at Kenwood Mall, Thursday through Sunday. Wear who you are, live what you believe. Keep good company, man. We keeping good company around us, and you know we keeping good company on us. You take that O out, you know God got us covered too. Yeah. Selling your first beat.
I do.
Well, how much was it, and what did that feel like, bro?
I was in high school.
Okay.
So I was starting to become the man in high school.
Okay.
Because 10th grade, I had an album out.
Okay.
CD, shrink wrap.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And people were like, oh, he's serious.
Professional.
He's not just, it's just not a Maxell tape.
Yeah.
With the label on it. We were reading on it.
Yeah.
Oh, he got these printed up.
Oh, no, he's serious.
I sold like several thousand copies in high school. And I was blowing it on shoes and clothes and stuff.
Yeah.
But I used to hang up, I did a Judy Jones in Princeton. I used to print my posters like 8.5 by 11, black and white.
Yeah.
Hang them up in every classroom.
Bruh.
People would just look. And then people was buying out. I would bring my albums to school.
Man.
Sell them every day.
And let me say something real quick about the albums, because my mind is going back.
Yeah.
That that quality of physical media was something else, because I'm just now thinking, I'm like, wait a second, the CDs had the print on it as well.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just like a CD case and you just pull out the cover. The CD itself, I'm thinking, I'm like, that's wild. So you had to really be taken serious to be like, no, when you pop that joint open, that CD
it's printed.
Printed as
now,
well.
Here, it's funny you say that, because I found the guy in the City Beat magazine. I just looked in the classifieds and got him and connected with him. And the only thing I was dealing with was sometimes people would buy the CDs and it was because it was a CDR, it wouldn't play.
Yeah.
And Laz had the CD, like he had replicated, not duplicated. So that was I was like, that's the next level.
Yeah.
I got to be able to go to like disc makers or something, or Nationwide CD, or like Queen. I think there was one even local.
It was one here that's like
Queen City or
D or something like that.
I used to spend hours looking in that magazine.
Yep.
It was the weirdest thing. I would just look and like, one day I'm gonna get these. I actually ended up buying some tapes from them and dubbing my own tape. But here was the thing. So to get back to your question, selling the beat. So like I was making beats. Like I would schedule beat sessions at the studio.
Okay.
And so this was after my first album. So this is like 2001. I was sophomore in high school, and I was selling my albums online as well. I didn't really think much of it. I just was like, I'm going to start a website.
What's this, MySpace? Oh, okay.
This is pre-MySpace.
Oh, yeah.
It was like called Indie something.
Okay.
You could get a free website, but you had to have their name in the, so it was like kdrama.indiegroup.com.
Okay.
And I told people to send well-hidden cash or money. Cause my mom used to always get money orders. So I knew like, hey, send a check, money order, or well-hidden cash to my grandma's address.
I never even heard of well-hidden cash, bro.
I was getting bread out here.
Here's that, bro.
I still have all the letters. I've kept them. Like, I'm a hoarder. So my Sade gets on me all the time. My basement is trash. It's full of all this stuff.
It may be trash, but it's treasure.
Yeah, no, it is. I would make like one day when I come a little bigger deal and make like a little exhibit. Like, so one guy bought my album from Denver, Colorado. This guy named PCP. Now he changed his name since then because I
was like, wait a second.
But this guy hit me up, PCP, who. He hit me up. He sent me an email. He's like, yo, I got your first album, Threat to Society.
Wait, was he an artist?
Yeah, he was an artist.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
You call yourself PCP. Yeah. You better be doing something out here.
Now, here's the connection, though. This is the crazy part. So he hits me up on my email and it's like, yo, like, I like the beats on your Threat to Society album.
Okay.
Who made your beats? I'm like, I made them. So he's like, yo, you think you could make a couple for me? I'm like, of course. So technically, Big Steve was the first person I produced for.
Okay.
But I wasn't selling beats to him.
Okay.
He was signed to my label. We never had like a contract.
This click. Come on.
Because he came to the Black Fan Reunion. I rapped at the Black Fan Reunion.
Okay.
I was on my grind. So I rapped at the Black Fam, and this wasn't the gospel part.
Okay.
They were smoking all this stuff while I was rapping. They loved it though. I kind of rose up to the challenge. But Big Steve was there because he had bought my album from Triune Christian Bookstore. So he bought my album, heard I was going to be at the Black Fan Reunion, connected with me. He was like, yo, I'm a Christian rapper as well. And, could you make beats for me? So he was paying for the studio time. But for me, I was like, I'm not going to charge him because I just need to get in the studio. I don't have equipment at home.
Right.
I just need to get my reps up.
Yep, that's right.
So I made him 18 beats. But then after that, that's when the guy PCP hit me up and I made him 3 beats. He sent me a money order, made him 3 beats, emailed them to him.
That's so crazy.
Yeah. And then he bought several more. That's when my PayPal game started. I was like, I just got on the PayPal. I didn't know what PayPal was. I just Google. It came up. I didn't realize PayPal was going to be PayPal.
Yeah.
I'm just using it. Like, yo, this is a dope service. And that was the beginning of me. I was like, yo, if this guy bought beats, I wonder how many other people, if I told people I sold beats, if I made a little website, which that's where SoundClick came in. I started putting my beats on SoundClick. And then I told people I would post on message boards. I would post on like Holy Culture and all these other message boards.
What was that one? It was like something that had, was it Hip Hop Bus Stop or something like that?
Hip Hop Zone.
Bus Stop.
Yeah, Bus Stop. Yeah.
Because they had like the South and the Midwest and Ohio. And I remember the website specifically.
It was great.
Yeah. You guys was on there.
Yeah. So it is funny because looking back, the South was kind of dope. In this, not kind of, it was dope in the sense that they welcomed me.
Yeah, shout out to Z.
Yeah, because I had a
Trey 9.
Yeah, I had this Southern sound, and actually before that was a guy named Slave.
Yeah,
that's who originally owned it. He died actually, but he set up my Gmail account and everything. I wasn't even on Gmail. Yeah, I was on Yahoo, and he was like, "Yo, you need to switch over to Gmail," and got me all set up. Had all my emails like rerouted to. It was dope, but like he got me the South website. It was like thesouth.com/thisclick. I was the only guy not from the South with this the South link. And I didn't realize how big of a deal it was.
Wow.
Especially had all these Southern groups that later on were going to be like,
big names.
DJ Delight.
Yep.
And who's still DJs for Sirius Satellite to this day.
Yep.
Like, Trey 9 and, you know, all these people. Cause people were hearing about me through them. Okay. So like I'm local doing my thing. I'm doing my own independent marketing, but then the South was hitting a whole different market.
Yeah.
And I'm just getting all this notoriety. So yeah, the guy who bought my first beats, PCP, I think he heard about me through Preachers in the Hood. Cause they're from the same city. First show I ever did.
Wow.
Look at this guy connects back.
Still raps to this day. He was locked up. He got locked up. This is part of his testimony. He talks about it.
Yeah.
He just got out a couple years ago. He changed his name to Pastor Paul because the PCP stood for Paul Constantly Preaching. So he changed it to Pastor Paul. And actually, I still make beats for him to this day.
Are you serious?
He is my longest customer. He just hit me up a couple days ago because I did this Notorious Thugs remix.
Okay.
And the reason why I make these beats is because I'll make the beat and then people hit me up. They're like, yo. Could you do something like this?
Yeah.
So this is all marketing. So like he hits me up. He's like, yo, could you do Thuggish Ruggish Bone? I'm like, oh, heck yeah, I can do that. I would love to do that one. He literally hit me up right before this interview to do that.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's just crazy how it's all, and so he has a homie that's locked up still who's a believer who raps. I'm actually about to make a video about this. He recorded his verse on the phone.
Yeah.
And I made a beat off of his phone recording.
Wow.
First time I ever did that. I've seen people do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Be hard too. It's like a 3-6 Mafia, like, cause I was heavy into them too.
Yeah.
So yeah, but he bought my first beat and really is the foundation, for all the beats. I've sold thousands of beats.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
how much did you sell that beat to him for? You
$50. Like, so he sent me 150.
Bad.
Yeah. For
ain't bad at all.
High school student. I went and bought went to Tri-County. Buy me some platinum FUBU and some shoes to match. Get some Nikes. That money was gone before I got it.
So get into producing.
Yeah.
Who was somebody you produced for that like blew your mind? You was like, I can't freaking believe I'm producing a song for this artist.
LeCrae.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
talk about that.
So LeCrae,
how'd you get that call? Where did it come from? How did he hear about you? You know what I mean?
Okay.
I know we all in the same circuit, but
this is perfect. So like timeline wise, this is perfect. So 2005, I was like, I'm going for it.
Yeah.
I got to leave Cincinnati. Like I had started to get some bookings like in Indiana, Kentucky.
Yeah.
I got flown out to like Lynchburg, Virginia.
Yes.
Which I didn't realize that's where Liberty was. So like I didn't realize connection.
Yeah.
Because that was gonna come into play later. But so like I put myself out there. I went to Holy Hip Hop Awards in Atlanta.
Shout out to Holy Hip Hop.
For that.
Yeah, so I drove there. I had my third album. So 14 of Life was out by this point. And like I was starting to get some real momentum.
Yeah.
Like, all right, this could really be a career.
Yeah.
For a second, I was like, maybe this is just a hobby, and I gotta get a traditional job. I hate saying real job.
Yeah.
I hate when people say real job. I'm like, no, my job's very real.
Yeah.
So real.
It's just I have a non-traditional
way of getting my ends.
Yeah,
that's right.
I'm not the average, but it's a real job. I file taxes every year. Like, that's how I got my house. Like, had to prove my income. Side note, I pulled up in the Ford by Kennedy Heights so embarrassed. My Uncle Gerald, who's the believer, my big believing uncle, he was like, all right, I'll take you, but this ain't gonna go the way you think it's gonna go. I printed out all these PayPal receipts, all these beats I've sold. Was like, hey, I'm trying to get an F-150. I was trying to leave there with an F-150 truck, like a brand new one. They like, bro, but do you have a tax return? Do you have a job? I couldn't prove my income.
Right. Yeah.
I was like, no, but this is my income.
Right.
Oh,
you have to learn.
I had a lot to learn.
Yeah.
So I'm doing all this, like I have business acumen, but I never went to school for this. I dropped out of Cincinnati State. Like I went there for pre-business. And then I was like, I need to go for it, 2005. So I went to Holy Hip Hop Awards. I went to GMA Week in Nashville. That was in March. Then I went to the Texas Houston Hip Hop Achievement Awards. That was in June. So I flew down there, left my rental car. No, I drove down there, rental car, left the car down there, flew to San Jose, did a show with Sean Slaughter, flew back to Texas, 17-hour drive back to Cincinnati, got a ticket right before I got home in Kentucky by the airport.
Yep.
License got revoked for a second.
Oh,
like,
God.
It was crazy, but I didn't care. I was just on the grind.
Yeah.
So like, then I did Tampa. I did Flavor Fest. All this was in the same year.
Okay.
I met almost everybody who was like
doing something
from Fanatic to R Swift to Shaolin. Like I did Rap Fest in New York that August. So I hit all these different markets and it was well received. So then KAA.
Yep.
This is the craziest story, man.
Yep.
This is like God really positions you and you don't even know it.
Yeah.
So shout out to my wife, Sade. I met her right out of high school. So I got drafted right out of high school. Kobe Bryant, LeBron was on one. I didn't even have a chance.
Rat.
I'm glad. I love Sade. That's my wife right there. Oh, she's beautiful.
Yeah.
And more beautiful on the inside and outside. She's beautiful on the outside. She's got a beautiful spirit. And so, I'm just grateful for her and our family. And so, right after I met her, like we were talking and then she was like, I'm about to go away on this camp, go to this camp called KAA, Kids Across America. And I'm like, okay, so I didn't really think nothing of it. And then, actually, that's how I met Dart, because Dart, went on the same route, for the same camp. And she told me like, yo, there's this rapper, he lives here in Cincinnati named D'Artagnan Thomas, and you need to meet him. And, and that's how I met. And he came in with this super long Rasheed Wallace jersey, like dripping to the floor. I was like, oh, this dude can spit.
Like, he's like how he look. He's fire. He can rap.
And so that same camp though, the whole church went, and one of the church members loved this camp so much, he went and worked for the camp. Named Antoine Mack. He climbs up the ranks of all the people that like this camp. He's the one that becomes the camp leader, and it's like, I know a guy that should be at these camps. Meanwhile, I used to, y'all remember God Squad? The kids that used to rap, they used to be at some of our functions.
Yeah, I remember the
Gordon.
The name.
Yeah. So my wife still works with Gordon.
That's so crazy. I remember going to go rap.
Yeah.
But I
love God Squad.
On the west side.
Yeah. Nations under God. They had a couple, they had some bops.
I remember that.
Yeah. So they had asked me to come teach rap classes. Back then. Cause he was like, I'm cool, but I'm this old white guy. Like, I need like somebody that's in it to come do this. So for a minute I was volunteering and teaching rap class, but they were playing this song. Cause they had like a dance squad. They still have ballet to this day. And they were dancing. They were like, crossover from left to right. And I hear this song and he was like, you can find me in the church, buy one of the, and I'm like, is this 50 Cent? But the beat was hard. It was like synths, crazy. And I didn't know it was LeCrae. But LeCrae had said it. He was like, K-A-A, like, you know. So I say all that because they used to, cause I found this out later. They had asked him to make songs for the camp. So every year, so some of these songs where he would shout K-A-A, they were songs that he made for the camp specifically.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this camp by 2006 or 2007 when I went, loved this dude. Like,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, like, so Antoine was like, yo, you want to come to KA and rap? I'm like, yeah, I want to rap anywhere. He was like, yeah, we got LeCrae, Tadashi, and Trip Lee. You're going to open for them. I was sitting there like,
you are lying.
You're lying. And I had met LeCrae. Yeah, I had met LeCrae in Nashville because I went to GMA. So I'm glad I went.
Yep.
I met him. I got a picture with him and Flame. That was my first time meeting Flame. And of course, Crystal had already kind of paved the way for us to meet some of these guys. So like all this proximity was crazy. So then I opened for 116. Killed it.
I know you did.
Of course.
I know you did.
Went in like,
1,000 kids, Jesus. 4th of July. They all come up to me like, yo, that was dope.
Yeah, yeah.
But who did your beats? Same thing. Same thing as PCP.
I know him.
I know a guy.
I know him personally.
I know him personally. I was like,
he lives with me.
I was like, I
am he.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I'll never forget.
I'm him.
LeCrae was like, we got to talk. That's exactly what he said. He's like, we got to talk. We exchanged numbers. LeCrae hits me up like, yo, I'm working on an album. Now he signed with Cross Movement at the time.
Okay. Dang.
But the album ended up being released under Reach.
Okay.
Thank God.
Yeah.
So he was like, send me some beats. Sent them 4 beats. First batch, he picks Got Paper.
You know what's funny is I was just listening to LeCrae this morning.
Yeah.
I woke up just like going through his old catalogs and just, I don't know, I just had a flashback moment, bro.
Yeah.
That's one of the songs I skimmed through is Got Paper. I'm like, my bro K-Drama made this freaking beat, bro.
I made that beat. Like I put my all into it.
That beat's still tough to this day, bro.
I appreciate it. So here's the crazy part about this beat. So by then I had my own gear.
Okay.
I had an MPC and I had an MPC 1000 because Demetrius Gilbert, aka the Lord's Hustler, had one.
Jesus.
I had went over to his apartment.
Oh Lord, of an English wood.
I know, it was grimy, but
let me
we
go there, but it was grimy.
It was grimy. But what I left there with, I was like, I'm getting one of those.
Yeah.
I got the MPC 1000 because I was like, it's cheaper than the 2000. I love the 2000. I couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
So I'll get the 1000. Actually, I couldn't afford the 1000, but MC Till was like, yo, I got good credit. Let's go to Sam Ash and see what we can get.
Jesus Christ.
Listen.
Yeah, he got approved for $2,000.
Let me tell you something. Hold on. Shout out to MC Till.
Shout out to MC Till.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's one of those legends still to this day.
No, for real.
Still to this day.
For real.
Like he hit me up last week. He's just a good dude.
Good dude. Oh,
just a good
one of my
guy.
favorite
love
people.
Him, man.
I love him.
I don't talk to him or spend time with him the way my heart appreciates him and loves him.
Yeah.
Like,
wow.
One of the most solid dudes.
Wow.
Right.
He did not have to do that
At all.
He was like, yo, just pay me back. I paid him back.
Yeah.
I paid him back. And I was proud of that because me and my dude, Josh James, Jay the Kid,
Absolutely.
we had got an MPC 2000 from Guitar Center.
Okay.
And I did not pay my share of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And his mom was like, nah, we can't have that.
Yeah.
And rightfully so, took it back.
Got you.
So, that was redemptive for me to be able to pay that $2,000 off. But, he betted on me because that could have, put it on back. But his investment, I stand on that investment.
Yeah.
But I still was trying to figure everything out. I had not made the digital switch yet.
Okay.
I was still analog, or not analog, but hardware. And so, he was like, I need the track outs. And I was like,
oh, what?
Okay.
Stems.
Yeah, you need the stems. And I was like,
LeCrae asking for the stem.
yeah. And I didn't want to seem like I didn't know what I was doing. And so I figured it out. But what I did was I used the metronome So like a clap doesn't start on the 1, it starts on the 2. So I had the metronome be my doom, 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 doom. And then on the 5th metronome, I let that one play. And then I stopped it, and then I let the clap play in real time for 4 minutes.
Oh yeah, well that's how we used to do it back in the day. We used to have like the metronome count, and it'd be like think, think, then boom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's We cut the same
cloth. So now for the sounds that started on the 1, you could just play those out.
Correct.
But the 1, how is it going to line up?
That's right.
That was my concern. And I burnt them on a CD. I had like a physical CD burner back then.
God,
we went from the equipment straight into the burner that I got from the pawn shop. and I sent them a disc in the mail.
Unbelievable.
His dude, Joseph Polinsky, gets it, all the files. He's like, these files are perfect. I was like, oh my God.
He was like,
hallelujah.
And then I didn't hear the song until it dropped on MySpace. And my girl, Robin McMillan, who connected Sade and I, she's the one that set us up. So shout out to Robin. Cause she booked me for, Vacation Bible School. That's how I met Sade. I rapped at her church. And, she was like, yo, I was on LeCrae's MySpace. This sounds like a beat you would make. Went, got paper. Dun, 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 dun. I'm like, you know what it is? You know, they throw some D's on it. And then the hook, come on, you got money, you got paper, you got money. And I'm like, how did they do this?
I know you was like, what, bro?
I lost my freaking mind.
I know you did, bro.
Because they even did like like a little record thing.
Like the tape.
I didn't add that. Joseph Polinsky, who's
the engineer.
Well, see, listen, that's that post-production that we was talking about. Like, for real, like that's the icing on the cake.
That is.
They made that track. Like, they gave me all the production credit.
Yeah.
It really should have been a co-produce. Because Joseph put just as much effort in that mix and all the sounds and dropping sounds. Because I didn't do all that.
Yeah.
They did that. Yeah. I just sent them a 3.
IE, that's why they needed the track outs.
Oh, yeah.
That you learn later why that's important. So they can take out certain sounds when they need to.
Him and Flame, like when I got those songs back.
Yeah.
Cause I wasn't a part of the creative process.
Right. The post-production.
Yeah.
But bruh, I was like, I want to work with artists like this.
Dude was blown.
I was blown away. And
blown.
I ain't gonna lie. It makes it hard when this is the crux I deal with as an entrepreneur. I do what I love, but I don't do what I love. I love doing music.
Yeah.
But I work with artists that I appreciate the financial contribution. I'm trying to be careful because I appreciate every single artist I work with.
For sure.
But even myself, and I throw myself in here, like, there are just elite artists.
Yeah.
That I'm like, I know I got the chops to work with these artists.
Yeah.
But my bread and butter is working with artists that are less known, that may not have the skills of a LeCrae.
Yeah.
Myself included.
Yeah.
So, like, more times than not.
The skills as far as rapping?
Yeah.
Oh, no, you got the skills.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, hold on. We ain't gonna let that. We ain't gonna
I appreciate it.
We ain't gonna sit up here and act like this dude can't rap. Get you out of here with all that.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, stay humble. But I'll say.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
No, he got the same skills.
So
don't get it twisted.
I sit there and I'm like, man, like, I enjoy working with the artists that are less known. And I work with some amazing artists behind the scenes that nobody knows of.
Yeah.
But I wish, like, especially this new generation.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can make anything.
Yep.
Just because I don't make it doesn't mean I can't make it.
Yeah.
Just tell me what you want. And either I'll make it or I'll figure out how to, because I've done it my whole career.
Absolutely.
I figured out how to do the track outs. I was given a 45-minute set at the age of 15.
Yeah.
And rather than backing out and chickening out and being like, I only could do 2 songs, I did 45 minutes. Now looking back, maybe they should have only gave me 15 minutes.
Yeah.
My 45-minute set wasn't the greatest set.
Figured it out though.
But we figured it out. And I'm like, I've reinvented myself over and over and over and over again. I'm in music for 26 years.
One of the most consistent artists I've ever met in my life, bro.
Absolutely.
So
no, seriously. Man, who is the artist that you would love to work with that you haven't worked with yet, whether on a song or producer form?
So Mary Mary has always been, I know they're not, I feel like they're about to drop an album.
Yeah.
I be seeing little things on their socials. I'm like, I think they about to drop something. Warren Campbell is one of my favorite producers of all time.
Okay.
I didn't realize how deep he goes.
Yeah.
Till I listened to his R&B Money podcast. I didn't realize he was doing stuff with Drew Hill. I had first heard on Mary Mary. I didn't know. Obviously, Mary Mary wasn't where he got his chops, though. He produced for all these other people, and I'm like, oh, it makes sense. So obviously, Mary Mary doesn't need me. They got the ultimate. Like, I would love, like, because
you talking about to produce for them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I would love to do a song with them that I produced, and But like, so Woodline, they had like Woodline Family Day. This was like 99, and I opened for them. Or I wouldn't even say I opened for them because I rapped at like 1 o'clock, and they sung at like 7. So I don't know if that counts as open.
Nah, you open hours before. That's all.
Right.
You open early.
I've done work with Andy Minnie of them.
Yeah.
Bro, you picked them up from the airport. You will be flexing out here, you know what I'm saying? I'll be careful to not, because even when I tell people I'm a Grammy, I never say I'm a Grammy nominated producer, because technically I'm not nominated as a producer. I produced on a Grammy nominated album. So I always say I'm a Grammy album nominated producer because that album was nominated for Grammy. Not
I feel you.
Right.
Flame could say he's a Grammy nominated artist.
Yeah.
Right.
I could say I've worked on it.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm always careful with how I position things.
Yeah.
Almost to a fault.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But you're part of the process. You know what I'm saying? Someone's kind of like the person, even the people that's on the bench get rings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, because I got the certificate.
Yeah.
It's got my name on it.
I seen that joint.
It's so like it's a legit like thing I've done.
Yeah.
But like I'm careful, because then what if a Grammy nominated producer is like, no, I put in work for this. Like, I am nominated best producer of the year.
Yeah.
That's not what I did. I produced on a Grammy nominated album, which is just as great.
Good. Because your song helped make up that album and be nominated.
So I'm not devaluing what I did, but I want to put it in its proper place.
Absolutely.
Just like I tell people, I'm a Billboard charting recording artist, but I didn't chart Billboard 200.
Yeah.
I charted Billboard Gospel, Billboard Christian, but it's still Billboard. It's still based on sales,
Billboard,
and more people haven't done it than have done it.
Yeah.
So, but I'm careful with how I say things, because then and there, because you could weaponize that.
Absolutely.
And I've seen people do it.
Yeah, me too.
You know, I could say I was signed to Sony. No, I wasn't signed to Sony. I had distribution through Sony.
Yeah.
I was signed to Cross Move.
Yeah.
Who was distributed by Sony.
Yeah.
Still a big deal.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know.
But you put it in its right context,
Yeah,
though.
got to put it in its right context.
That's what we do with scripture, bro. We take one little thing and then it's like, but no, that wasn't even talking about that, bro.
Right.
Like, that's not actual. You know what I'm saying?
I value integrity.
Absolutely.
And being transparent and being authentic. What you see is what you're going to get. And so, but yeah, like, I would love to work with Mary Mary, because when I opened for them, they did, I Just Can't Give Up Now.
Oh, yeah.
I cried that day.
Man.
I was 15, in tears. Like, I mean, I'm very early in my career, so I don't know what I was crying about.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
Dang.
I can't give up yet.
Yeah.
Like, I still feel like that. Like, I'm like, God, I'm on to something.
Yeah.
That's why, like, cause some people, I don't know, like, I'm grateful to be an OG, first of all.
Yeah.
I think 10 years ago, people called me OG. I'm like, man, don't call me that.
Yeah, nah. I'm not that yet.
I'm not that yet.
Hold off on
But
that.
I also do feel like sometimes I pay too much attention to things, and maybe I'm reading too much into it. But I feel like people use OG as a sign of respect.
Yeah.
But also, it's kind of like they don't have like a current success that they can see that they can attribute. Because I bet you people don't call LeCrae OG as much.
Right.
They probably do.
Yeah. Yeah.
But LeCrae is him.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like, I want people to, so I'm like, I still have a lot of ideas and I'm still doing a lot of cool stuff. And I don't feel like God would be giving me these ideas if
to lay dormant.
I was done.
Yeah, you're right. For sure.
Yeah.
I still love being creative.
Me too.
And so I'm trying to put myself in a position where all I can do is be creative.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where my stuff is the product.
Yeah.
Versus having to make beats for people, mix for people, you know, do all the things. Yeah. Which I'm grateful for. So I don't want to make it seem like I'm not grateful. But I'm like, my heart and what I pray for every day. And if God's will is for me to continue, I will die a happy man.
Yep. Yep.
But I'm like, man, I got some ideas, bro. Man. Like even our project.
Yep.
I want to just be able to, hey, let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah. My whole schedule.
We working on that joint too.
Yeah.
We working on that joint. I'm clearing my schedule. We got a couple songs, you know, ideas.
Yeah.
I was at the mall yesterday and recorded some hooks.
Oh, that's dope.
On my phone already. So
so I'm like,
I got some stuff.
So our project is definitely like something, and the people want it.
Absolutely.
They've always wanted it.
Absolutely.
Especially when we had our run, like where, man, we can't get a K-drama song without a D-MAUB verse.
Yeah.
You can't get a D-MAUB song without a K-drama verse.
Yeah.
Like, and even if I wasn't on the song, I might have did the beat or something. So like, that's a project that'll be a dream come true for me.
Yeah.
And like I said, because you're another artist that I love, like I would work with you 8 out of 7 days.
Yeah.
Because like every time you come over to my studio,
I'm
like, that's what I want to work with the elite.
Yeah.
Now, it doesn't have to be every single day.
Yeah.
But I need more, like, cause I feel like I'm really good at what I do, but I feel like I'm in this middle where it's like, I'm more famous than the people who look up to me, but I'm not famous enough for like these people to reach up and bring me up to them. I deal with that a lot. Yeah. I'm like,
I feel that 100%, bro.
You know, KB see me, yo, it's love, it's all that.
But it ain't enough.
Yeah. And it's not a knock. Because KB just rocked one of my long-lived CHH shirts.
Absolutely, I seen that joint.
He asked me for the shirt.
That's dope.
It wasn't like, yo, can you wear this shirt? He saw it and was like, I want that. So shout out.
Absolutely. I love KB,
but
man.
I also say that as a challenge, like I'm like, I be hearing these beats. And they're good beats. Yeah. I'm not knocking any producer.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I could do that.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And some of these beats, I could put a nice little spin on it.
Absolutely.
I don't want to say I'll do it better.
Yeah, but
I could, cause I didn't realize, like, I was listening to some of like some songs, some popular, like some of LeCrae songs even.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's a splice sample. Like, not that you can't use splice samples.
Yeah.
I'm like, these guys I'm like, oh, I could get a splice sample and
easy.
Throw some drums on. Oh, you want Metro Boomin? I'm very attention to detail.
Yeah.
You want the bit on the 2, and then you want the snare to go pop, pop. Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah.
We're using the same drum kits that we were using 20 years ago. It's just we're processing them different.
Yeah.
Right? So the 808 might have a little more distortion on it.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's the same BPMs.
Yeah.
We're using the 75 to 80s, or if you want some Cash Money or some West Coast stuff, it's going to be a little faster.
Yep.
If tempos, but it's just artists don't have vision.
Yeah.
They do have vision, but they don't. They want the producer to make the beat, and then the beat just grabs them. Yeah. I'm like, artists, we got to get a little more creative.
Yeah.
Just tell me what you want.
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah.
Cause I don't know what you want.
Yeah.
Cause I used to send beats to people, they ain't pick them, and then I hear what they pick. Yeah. And I'm kind of like, oh, I could have did that. It's just hard when you're shooting in the dark.
Yeah.
It's hard when someone hits you up because of your pedigree.
Yeah.
But they're like, like, they don't just make me some beats. Oh, what kind of beat do you want?
Yeah.
You know, and I'm
guessing. Like you said, I'm guessing and I'm shooting in the dark.
I'm shooting in the dark.
Yeah.
I might play a sound. Cause like my dude came over the other day. I love making beats in person because that's how I started. So with Big Steve, like that's how we made all his beats. I would just play sounds, that one. And so Lewis was over. Shout out to Lewis.
Okay, Lewis,
Lewis,
back into it.
He had me remake Shout, not the Temptation version, the Isley Brothers, shout out to Cincinnati. Okay. So I remade it and I'm doing, he was like, oh, do that. And for me, I was just playing around.
Yeah.
I would have did it if he would have, I'm like, oh, that's what you want? Cool.
Yeah.
I just don't know what people want.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of times. Yeah. You know, and so that's hard because what people hear, they're like, well, maybe he can't do that.
And it didn't start that way all the time either.
Yeah.
Right.
Like with a lot of producers like you.
Yeah, we're doing it in person. We're producing it. You think about like how songs were made back in the day in the big studios and we don't have the budgets. Yeah. You know, as Christian artists, we've always had to work. We had to make more with less. Yeah. And so like, it's not a knock, but it is a pain point for me. Like, because then I don't think LeCrae will take this as a slight. But I remember I had just produced on Rebel, so he wanted me to produce on Rehab. Okay. So I made some beats for him. He actually picked a couple. LeCrae, out of all of them, was probably the easiest to work with. Tadashi and Trip were the hardest. Really? Like, I didn't end up getting a placement on Trips. Okay. He did pick a beat, but it just didn't work in the end, which is fine, you know. But he's somebody else I like to work because we're very similar. I feel like with production, and he makes beats now, so it's just cool. Okay. But like, so LeCrae, I sent him some beats. He ended up not using any. He didn't make the final album, which is fine. But then We Fit came out around the same time. Of course, I'm signed to Cross Movement. It charted Billboard, so it's a dope opportunity for me. He sees me at Flavor Fest. This is, I think it's the one we were at actually, because we did a workshop, I think, at this particular one. And he was like, yo, that We Fit go hard. You should have sent me some of those beats.
Man, I'll swing on you in front of everybody.
Man, listen.
I was like, bro.
Run into my fit.
The same guy.
Yeah, run into my fit.
Right, run into my fit.
You do it. I don't want to have,
Because I'm like, the same guy who made the We Fit beats was so desperately trying to get on Rehab. Yeah, yeah. I didn't know what you wanted. Yeah, yeah. And a lot of times, people, they want a certain sound. They like what I'm doing for me. Yeah. Yeah. You hear what I do, but I'm like, but that's because I have a vision. Yeah. You got to let me really produce.
Yeah, you ain't telling me,
If I make a beat, there's a reason why I put this here, this here, this here, this here. And not that you can't have input and you can't help with the sequence because I'm not perfect.
Right, right.
But I'm like, bro, like, if you let me do this thing for you. Yeah. I still feel that way about a lot of art. I'm like, yo, if you just let me do some bangers. Yeah. 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 I have ideas out the wazoo, man, that I feel like people really, I don't have the platform that some of these other artists have. And so like my stuff be getting traction. Yeah. But I'm like, if you did it, it'd be out of here.
Oh, man. Let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
Because I remember now the song that we was talking about on a previous episode where I was saying that K-Drama and Rough Hands had a song.
Yeah.
That was just out of this world.
Never put it out.
I said it shut down Gospel Grill.
Yeah, I love it.
And I was like, I couldn't remember. And it came back to me just now during the segment. And that was the I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh, I love that song. You can't make me hush because I ain't ashamed about it. We made that in person.
Freaking God. I remember that song.
We made that in person.
I remember that song now.
Because that was such a banger.
That was his idea. That was hit. Rough Hands. Now that's one. Yeah, Rough Hands is a genius.
Literally.
And y'all
never put that.
Never put it out. I have a copy of it, but the mix is horrible on it.
Do you got the stems for it?
I do. I can stem split it. So I might have to.
Hey, as crazy. A special. Just as a 20,
I have it somewhere.
Special because that was like 20 years ago.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That still
that would be dope.
Because
I remember that. I remember that.
Yeah. Man, because like y'all shut down Gospel Real. Like that one song, he couldn't even move from it. I remember the spirit really fell in that place because the music stopped. And people were just in a state of worship, bro.
Yeah.
For gospel rap song?
Yeah. And that was at a time where, like, us as Christian rappers, we felt like we were just under so much scrutiny. Like, every time, like, I told somebody this yesterday. I was like, the reason why I can teach in schools now is because I tried so hard to make sure that every person in the church was appeased to where like my young people were going to relate to the music and they weren't going to think I was corny, but that the older saints were going to know I was doctrinally sound.
Yeah.
And you had to prep songs and preach before and make sure all your words, nothing compromised the Bible. So like we put a lot in them songs, man.
Absolutely.
We studied to show ourselves approved. And still do, you know.
But like, we definitely want to be on point because they already demonized the music.
Yeah, they're like,
you know what I mean? Like, we didn't, the churches didn't let us in.
They didn't let us in.
So we had to prove ourselves, like, no, listen to what we saying.
Yeah.
We had to make sure everything was on point.
Yeah, I got kicked off stage once. Me and Big Steve, we did one song that was like, we ain't having this. Pulled our music.
I ain't never got kicked off the stage, but that's an honor though.
Man, but yeah. I was kind of like, all right, let's go get some biscuits. Yeah. It was in Northside, so we went up to that KFC. I bought a whole box of biscuits and I was like, cool, that's what's up. All right.
Bro, so fast forward to now, bro, you know, you have an amazing musical career, bro.
I appreciate it.
You've done so much. And now you're into teaching.
Yeah, I'm into teaching now.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you start, and I remember you called me, man, and talked to me about the entrepreneurship. And you was like, man, I'm scared a little bit. I don't know. And I just, told you, like, bro, it's going to come with its ups and downs.
Yeah.
But you have to be intentional and do something that you really enjoy doing. And that'll help you to not give up if you're going into it because you just love it and you really want to see people win.
Yeah.
So, tell us about sound art technology, bro. Like, where did that stem from, and how's that going, man?
Yeah, so Sound Art Technology Lab, although it's on paper only been in existence since, like, we officially launched in March of this year, of 2025. But this is like 10 years in the making.
Okay.
So originally, as an outreach, I used to have there was one kid named Tanis, for instance. We used to play basketball at our church every like Monday. Sade would make spaghetti for all the kids, and we would have open gym.
Yeah.
And this one kid, he loved my music and was like, yo, I want to learn how to make beats. So I brought him to my apartment. And same part where we used to record all your stuff.
Yep.
And I showed them how to make beats. Like we remix like Star Wars.
Okay.
You did that. Made a beat out of that. And so I was like, I like that. Like I like being able to use this part because we're so used to just using the vocals, the rapping to minister. But I was like, I think there's more creativity. You don't have to worry about doctrine.
Yeah.
Like we just talked about in the music, because a synthesizer isn't simple, Correct. Unless you're just literally like chopping up like evil words or something and making beats. I'm like, you ain't really you got way more freedom. So I was working with people. I worked with a couple kids, just volunteer.
Yeah.
And then my thought was, I was like, man, I would love to like teach people how to make beats. Around the same time, the Underground, shout out to the Underground, man. Such a legendary, and they were a big part of my career as well. Big Chris Human.
Shout out Chris, man.
And even Mike Vallette in the later years, they were like, yo, we got this after school program we're working with Wynn Woods.
Okay.
So they're like, man, we just want to give them like different options, different things to do. What if you taught people how to make beats? And I had already been thinking about it.
Yeah.
And then, they had these iPads they were using to teach movie classes. So they were teaching like video and so they would do that a couple times a week. They had camps and they're like, we want to teach, like, we got kids that are interested in learning how to make beats.
Yeah.
We could use these same iPads, to do so. And so, they're like, figure out how much it will cost.
Yeah.
I was like, we could just use this app. Or actually, no, they introduced the app to me, Beatmaker 2. And then they gave me a stipend to come in twice a week.
Okay.
I was like, that's dope. But I was like, I was like, but if you don't go to Wynn Woods, you can't be in this program. And I have been posting on social media, that I teach these classes. And they're like, man, I would like to learn how to make beats. I live in Seattle. I live in Texas. I was like, So I was like, I'll get back with y'all on that. But in the meanwhile, I can serve my local community.
Yeah.
I just need some iPads.
Yeah.
man, I ain't got no money for no iPads. I just wrote this album called The Eighth, where I just talked about how much financial debt we were in. Yeah. We were just starting to come out as a lot of that. So I had an investor.
Okay.
Actually, he gave me $8,000.
Okay. Wow.
As a gift. It's like, buy what you need. I bought 8 iPads and I bought a computer. And then I started teaching free classes as a ministry at all the libraries. And I would just pick different ones. I did Westwood. I did downtown.
Super dope, man.
I did College Hill area, kind of by where Labs used to live.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I had library down there on Galbraith. I did that one. And I would just, hey, first come, first serve.
Yeah.
Sign up. And I was like, man, but iPads are so limited. I was like, I don't make my beats on iPads. I make my beats on Pro Tools, Logic at this point.
Right.
I would love to do that. And then the pandemic happened, shut down my library classes, but I still had this desire. And then meanwhile, I just felt like financially, I was just hitting this wall. Like I'm consistent in my income, but I was like, yo, if I want to like branch out and scale, I need to do something different that's going to provide a different source of income.
Sure.
And I was like, what if I start so then that's when Refresh Collective hit me up.
Okay.
2022 through my church. Shout out to Justin Mosteller. He told my guy Lee Harrell, he was like, yo, I know a guy who could, cause they had got this contract with the school I teach at now, Owen Center for Learning. It used to be called Lighthouse.
Okay. Oh yeah.
And
Lighthouse.
Yeah, and Lee was like, yo, Justin told me you're the guy. He's from Cleveland, so he ain't know. But what's crazy is his brother Doc, who's the executive director. They're both dope. Shout out to them. Doc had DJ'd for me at an event I did with Marzil with Manchild like 10 years prior. So like everybody I've worked with have had some kind of like we've had some previous. And so they're like, oh, this the guy. And ironically, I used the same program to teach beats that they did in Cleveland. Okay. We were doing the same thing, didn't even know it.
Wow.
And they were like a step ahead of me because they had made a nonprofit.
Okay.
It's a 501c3. I'm an artist. So I'm like, I'm doing everything off the cuff. We'll figure out the semantics and the paperwork later. So they're like, yo, would you want to teach basically music tech for a grade as an elective at Lighthouse? You'll be the full-time teaching artist, and then we're going to hire you a part-time teaching artist, and y'all work in the classroom together. So Kayla Meade was my part-time artist. Shout out to her.
Okay.
So then the program went so well, like we taught people how to make beats. Kids were engaged, and I really think they were just more engaged with us as teachers than the actual curriculum.
Yeah.
But hey,
that's all right.
That's dope.
That's all right.
Some of my favorite teachers, I don't remember what they taught me.
Yeah.
As much as just how they impacted me.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so they're like, yo, we want to renew our contract, but Aiken saw what we were doing. I was like, yo, we want to do this here. We got a budget. So my part-time teaching artist went to Aiken.
Oh, wow.
I held it down at Owens.
Okay.
So then last year, they're like, well, what if we did a 201 course? Because Regis he just knows a lot and he's done a lot, and I think he could take them to the next level. So I taught halftime at Aiken.
Okay.
And then I taught halftime at Owens.
Got you.
In the middle of all this, I'm posting about it and people like, dang, I wish I could learn how to make beats.
Well, you can.
Well, you can.
You can.
Right. But I was like, dang, I need the bread. I need to buy actual like iMacs.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's a lot. I need an actual building.
Yeah.
I need a space for it. They can't come in my house. Like,
we're
just in a different, I think 15 years ago, if I did this, they would have been in and out of my apartment.
Yeah.
But we just have a different life now.
Yeah.
And so, I hit this dude up, a different guy than who made the first investment. I was kind of like, and I'm scared. I'm always scared to ask for money.
Man, me too.
Especially the type of people I ask, because I don't want them to think it's their like status.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm friends with you whether you give me
for sure
anything or not. So don't if you say no,
it's all good.
I'm not going to look at you any crazy kind of way. Yeah, I'm sure 100 people pulling on you. This guy, he was like, nah, I've been looking for an opportunity to invest in you. I've always feared rejection.
Yeah.
Like even Sade, like if she wouldn't have said nothing to me,
yeah,
then I don't know if we would be together, you know?
Yeah.
I just was scared to approach her. And so, and that really bumped my faith. So like when he gave me that investment, I was able to buy the equipment, but I still needed a building.
Yeah.
So I was talking to Laz.
Okay.
My hero, of course. One of my heroes, because you're my hero too. But so I'm talking to Laz, and I'm like, Laz, like, I need a space, you know, this is your world.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like, yo, I got this office space. You can rent it out. I was like, all right, cool. So that was the plan. But then MC Till
again
hits me up. He was like, yo, he had no idea all this stuff I'm doing. He hits me up and he's like, yo, I got a guy I want you to meet. His name's Brandon Isaacs. Super dope dude. I just think y'all need to connect. That's all it was.
Huh.
This is just, I'll just, this almost made me want to cry. So I go to the building where we're going to meet at.
Yeah.
I don't know what this building is.
Yeah.
Because originally we were going to meet at another spot for coffee. I was like, no, let's just meet at the building.
Okay.
For some reason. I park at the building. There's a dope mural on the building. I'm like, that's fire. We walk in the building, meet Brandon. Right off rip, I'm like, oh, this is my guy right here. Brandon, super cool, super dope lyricist too.
Okay.
Got some bangers. Never met him though. And so walk in the building, we're just taking a tour of the building.
Yeah.
Before we sit down, he's like, yo, this room, we're just trying to find somebody to occupy it. We were gonna have a guy teach music production here. He since has he hasn't been in contact for months. I think he's gonna do something else.
You about to have a guy was supposed to do what here?
And I just asked the guy for $8,000.
What I'm going to do here?
Right.
I just set up my first summer camp, beat summer camp, that I was doing at another spot. So I was going to do this at another spot that has since closed.
Oh, that is spooky.
This spot closed. Then I was going to move my equipment to last, but I was going to have to set up, tear down, kind of deal.
Yeah.
I walk in this space. I was like, this is my space.
Just knew it was yours.
Oh, yeah.
It was perfect. I was like, this is the perfect size. It was the perfect budget. It was perfect distance. It was like it's 10 minutes from my house.
Right.
It was 5 minutes from Aiken, so I could teach at Aiken, bounce back to sound art.
Wow.
And now, and I don't know, like, by the time this airs, I don't know what this will be, but I'll say it anyway, because I don't think it's bad to say.
Yeah.
I'm trying to work out a situation where, like, I'm doing, so what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to position myself to where I do sound art full time, but I'm still partnering with Refresh Collective. We're trying to figure out what that looks like.
Okay.
Because I value them so much and they've gotten me into schools, but they realized like, yo, he had started doing this prior to us.
Yeah.
But I still very much value their support. So we're trying to figure out a situation where they're doing schools and then they can send people to me and some kind of partnership.
Yeah.
But I'm like, bro, like, it's going so well, man. Like I've had a lot of online students so far. I'm just cracking into, because I don't have a set schedule yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's hard, man, because I'm not open like, hey, you can come Monday through Friday, 4 to 8. I'm still an artist.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's the part I'm trying to figure out. I'm like, am I a teacher or am I an artist? And I'm like, I could be a teacher at 70.
Yeah.
I'm still really good being this artist.
Yeah.
And there's,
Now, I was going to say, what you need to do or look into, and this will help you out, is look at school. I think it's spelled SKOOL.
Okay.
And it allows you to be able to create curriculums, video curriculums.
That's what I want to do.
And then that way you can just go ahead and make money in your sleep. So
that's what I'm trying to do.
So that way you're not, you are taking your time.
Yeah.
Your future time, bringing it into the present and you're condensing it down into where it works for yourself from that day moving forward. Because that's important because you can do both. And you do, as you stated, said, I have a lot more to give as an artist. I can't do that if I'm constantly, all right, y'all, class day one, this is what we got to do. Here are the basics. It's like, especially if you got people that's online, you know what I'm saying? Set that up. Look into that.
Yeah. And it's funny you said that because that's what I'm trying to make a music tech textbook.
Okay.
So I'm trying to make this whole curriculum that my vision is it's going to be the McGregor, whatever it's called. It's going to be that textbook that every kid uses in schools across the United States.
That's dope.
Where music tech is a class taught.
Yeah.
And it's not just every teacher is coming up with their own curriculum.
Yeah, it's already outlined.
It's already outlined.
Dope.
You have a math book. You have an English book. You have a music tech textbook, which is the goal. So that, and then I'm writing an autobiography. So like a lot of the stuff I shared today.
Nice.
And of course there's so much I haven't shared.
Yeah.
Right.
So I want to show people like, yo, there's money in music.
Yeah.
Cause for some reason, people just don't think there's money in music. You either got to be Taylor Swift, Kendrick Lamar famous to make money, or you're a starving artist. And I'm like, I can tell people all these things I've done. They still look at me with pity.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, I want to make that book because it'll show people like, yo, it's possible.
Yeah.
And then the roadmap to get to their dream will be the music tech textbook. So yeah, that's where I'm at now with sound art, and we'll love people to take the classes. You can go on soundarttechnologylab.com. Sign up for online, sign up for in person, and then I will have those courses, and I'm gonna look at that school thing because I haven't made them yet. So the goal is to make different courses. And I mean, I want to have like 100 courses, like they're just sampling, rhythm, music theory.
Darn near.
I'm gonna, cause I do so much stuff that I don't even like. When I teach people are like, slow down.
Yeah.
Cause I'm like,
and that's the beauty of those type of online courses because you move at your own pace. And then you can hit rewind. You know what I'm saying?
I'm even saying like what I do.
Yeah.
I do 5 things in one step, and they're like, oh, wait a minute. How did you do the first part?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I take that. I take a lot of the stuff I do for granted.
Yeah.
They're like, that's not normal. Like, you know,
it's
so
like you're moving at a hotkey speed. You know what I'm saying? It's like
for sure.
The shortcuts instead of doing the long way. It's like, it's
and they're like, oh, wait a minute.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's what that is.
Man, you get 2 wishes, bro.
All right.
You get 2 wishes. You can't wish for more wishes. What's your first wish? What's your second wish?
Long life.
Okay.
Long life for sure. I definitely want to live in my hundreds in good health.
For sure.
Like, so like a healthy, good, long,
healthy hundred
life.
Yeah.
Like
a healthy hundred.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to, like, I've seen people on the news in their hundreds and they still sound good, talk good, move around.
Yeah.
So that's 1.
Okay.
And then 2, I don't have to be famous. I would like to be like rich. Though. Like
very wealthy.
Very wealthy.
Very wealthy.
To the point where like, not so that I can just have, I mean, I would like a chain. That would be dope. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I want one of hair bows y'all had. But like, I want to be able to just be generous with my time.
That's it.
I want to be able to go to schools, and I really would like to just teach for free.
Man.
I like to show up and minister for free, rap for free. I don't want to have to negotiate. I want to be able to just help people get to where they want to get to. If an artist is good, I just want to be like, yo, let me help you get to where you need to get to. You need a break. You need an introduction. You need a beat. You need a studio to record to. If I believe in you, I want to run with you. And that's really where my heart is at. And
that's good, man.
I think God is getting me there.
That's what's up, bro.
So
that's what's up.
It's like, you know, how it is when God asked Solomon, what do you want?
Wisdom.
He was like, I want wisdom.
I want wisdom.
Because of that, he
gave him everything else.
Everything else that he could have asked for. God gave him that and more.
And it's funny, you of all the things you could have mentioned, like, I prayed for wisdom as a kid. My mom used to always talk about Solomon to me. I used to pray for wisdom every day. And I think a lot of the stuff I do now, I'm like, I'm very
look back.
I'm a very logistics person. Like, I do things ahead because I know this is going to happen. And I'm like, I think God really did give me wisdom, because when I talk to people, they don't understand I'm like, I know I'm speaking this clearly.
Yeah.
It's just what I'm speaking. Not that it's rocket science.
Yeah.
They just can't. They're like, but how?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm grateful that God gave me that wisdom. I'm not wisdom in all things.
For sure.
But when it comes to entrepreneurship, I think the key to consistency is that wisdom piece.
Yeah.
Knowing when to stop, when to stop, when to be stubborn, when to listen.
Yep.
So,
man, when this whole joint, man, we're serious about the company you surround yourself with, bro.
Yeah.
And how has keeping good company helped you continue in your journey, man? Like not giving up. How has the people you surrounded yourself with helped encourage you through this, through this entrepreneurship, through this whole life?
Bruh, if I could streamline this, I'm gonna say this as quickly as possible. But literally the company I've kept, bad company corrupts good morals. That's what the Bible says.
Absolutely. Yep. Very true.
And so for me, I was hanging with the wrong crowd. Sixth grade, they were getting into fights. They were smoking. Look at a lot of people I was hanging with. A lot of them ended up getting locked up and selling dope and just their life. I've seen some of them make a change, which is great. But had I continued going down that route, I think life would have not worked out the way I would have wanted it to.
Sure.
Yeah.
But it's because of opportunities. The people I've been around, they have given me all the opportunities I've got have been because of my network.
Yep.
I think about Pastor Adams with St. Peter's. It was because I was rapping at a talent show that Pastor Adams was there. And he was like, I want you to start rapping, doing these concerts at my church.
God.
We were packing that place out.
Packing it out, bruh.
And then I went to a cross movement show at the Underground. I was like, I want to rap here one day. And we were maxing out St. Peter's.
Man.
So then I got into the Underground.
Yeah.
But because of the company I kept there, I was meeting artists and all these things. And it just to the point where now I'm working with Flame, working with LeCrae, working all these people because it was the previous person that made that introduction.
Yeah.
And a lot of people who book me now for shows is people I've been talking to in my network. It's relationships. People are buying beats because I replied to a comment.
Yeah.
People it's not, I don't want to make it seem so transactional.
Yeah. But that's the fruit of it, though.
Yeah. A lot of my support is because I replied to an email.
Yep.
You know how many producers that leave money on the table and I take their money?
Yep.
Because an artist will hit me up yo, I hit this producer up. He never replied.
Yeah. It's not about what you know. It's about who you know.
Yep. So.
Dang, that's dope, man.
Yeah.
That's super dope. Yeah. Man, any business tips, man, that you can give us one business tip, man, that somebody might be trying to get into entrepreneurship. You know what I mean?
People go look at you. You're crazy till you're not crazy. You're gonna have all these ideas, and people ain't gonna understand them, and they're not going to.
Yeah,
they need to see the final product.
Yeah,
you don't need to see it because you have faith in the final product. I believe if I do A and B, it's gonna equal C.
Yeah. Yep.
They don't see that, and that's okay. So don't get frustrated if people don't understand what you're trying to do.
Yep.
We talked about consistency. Don't grow weary and well doing, for you'll reap a harvest if you faint not. I believe that's Galatians 6:9. And so it's don't grow weary. And I think the way that you don't grow weary, I'm in a group, a Bible study group with a lot of people that we go to church with.
Yeah.
And we just did this Bible study on gratitude. So every week we each pick a Bible study to do. Shout out to my dude James who picked this one. And I think one way that you don't grow weary and well doing is by having a grateful heart, having a heart of gratitude.
Man.
And when things are hard, you remember what God has brought you through already.
Absolutely.
I just can't give up now. Came too far from where I've started from.
Yeah.
And you might not be where you want to be.
Yeah.
Right.
But you aren't where you was.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's that middle part. You just don't know what's on the other side of the blessing. I came out with an EP called Both Sides of the Blessing because I almost gave up before the blessing came.
Yep.
And now I'm walking in the fruit of the blessing.
Man, I got a quote. I said, the tree of consistency will produce branches of opportunity.
Yeah.
I'm jacking that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right.
And we give up before the branches come. Right. The branches come later.
They come later.
Right. But all these branches could be streams of income.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they can also be places where other people can sit on your branch, right? You can build this team of people. Yeah. But we give up when it's the stump. We give up before the branches start growing.
Yeah, man. It's so true.
And I want to say this too about what you was talking about. It's such a biblical story, bro. Yeah. You talked about, like, you know, people look at you crazy. Yeah. So they'd be like, okay, he ain't crazy.
Yeah, no one.
And then having that moment of hardship in your life remind me so much of Joseph.
Yeah.
Because
one of my
Joseph
favorites.
was looked at by his brothers as being crazy.
Crazy.
What are you talking about with your prophecies and your dreams and your visions that you have?
Yeah.
Now, you so crazy, we getting rid of you because we're jealous of what the Father sees in you. The Father is blessing you and giving you something that we don't understand.
Yeah.
So we're going to take that quote unquote dream from you and trade you in. Yeah. And then you're going to wind up being in the pit.
Yeah.
And then from the pit, you're going to be in the dungeon.
Yeah.
And then from there, you go to the palace. But through all of that was consistency. Everything you said really is about Joseph's story as being an entrepreneur going down that path. So to everybody out there that are entrepreneurs, go look at that story and put yourself in Joseph's shoes, because if he was able to make it, you can too.
You can too. Yeah, I love Joseph's story. And I think about even prayer. Like, I pray all the time. The Bible talks about pray without ceasing. That doesn't mean you just the whole day. No. Be a human. Talk to people, right?
But that also means that part means consider. Without ceasing.
Yeah, that's good.
Consider God without ceasing. Everything you do, what you do, just consider him without. Don't ever stop considering him.
I prayed for a business opportunity literally a few days ago. Like, sometimes I pray these crazy prayers and hope God will jump. And maybe he's setting it up in the background. It's not a no, it's a not yet.
Correct.
But sometimes God is just waiting for me to pray. I pray. So I do this event every year for the Anthony Munoz Foundation. It's called a Youth Leadership Seminar. Shout out to them. Shout out to Kaylee. Man, it's one of the dopest events. I love seeing it too. Yeah. And I was like, man, this is about the time she usually hits me up for this show. And I've done it quite a few times. I'm like, you know, maybe it's time maybe they want to get somebody else, you know, like it's okay. Like, but, I prayed. I was like, God, I would love to do the event again. I was like, Lord, have her hit me up and book me. She literally hit me up the next day.
Yeah, man.
It was the freakiest thing.
Prayer, bro.
Man, listen.
Prayer, bro. Prayer changes things, man.
All the time.
Man, before we get out of here, bro, man, it's been an honor talking to you, bro.
Likewise.
Just hearing your story and hearing where you come from, right? And your perseverance, man. I know this encourages so many people to not give up. You know what I mean? But what else do you have coming up, man? And how can people, you know, contact you, bro? Like, what's your social media and all this?
I'm You can find me K-Drama 513 on most things, or just type in K-Drama music. Like on Facebook and YouTube, those kind of things. I'm really excited for what's coming up, man. Of course, we got our project coming. I got a mixtape that's getting ready to drop soon. I'm really about to just flood the market with music, and then next year I'm hoping to drop I haven't dropped a conceptual album in a while.
So like We Fit.
We Fit. So We Fit, actually, it's the 10-year anniversary or 15-year anniversary. So I was trying to do something this year. So, actually coming up in a couple weeks, it'll be actually the date that it dropped. It dropped in August. But I'm trying to drop a We Fit 2 for sure. But then I'm trying to do I have all these songs and I'm like, I need 6 months. To if I can just, all I have to worry about is creating. I'm going to make these songs, and these are going to be my best songs. Easily. There are songs that I'm they have visuals. They have it's just everything. It's just I've gotten away from the humorous side of myself. Cause life just got really hard. So I listen to some of my music and I can hear the pain in it, which I think I'm glad I put it out. Good. But I think a lot of my fans like the silly and the humor. But also I look back at some of that, I'm like, I could have still been humorous, but it needs to be a little more polished, a little more mature. Okay. So I think what I'm trying to achieve now is this perfect combination of humor, funny, but joking to be serious.
Yeah.
So like,
to give you that substance.
Like
that personality, that personable.
Yeah, because Sade used to always like, I don't know about that line. I'm like, whatever, you don't know what you're talking about. But then now I listen to it, I'm like, that line. So it didn't hit the way I thought. But like, but people think I'm funny, and so like just personality wise, so I'm like, I want that to come through in the music a little more. So that's what I'm working on now. And then, of course, sound art, we doing that. So that's going to be dope. Going into my 4th year of teaching. And so, man, I need to go to college, man. I don't got a degree. Not that you need a degree. But I do like learning, and I want to kind of beef up the resume a little bit. So I'm trying to do stuff like that and hopefully work with more artists and, I want to get more into visuals, movies. I'm really trying to build jobs for people.
Good stuff.
That's where my heart is at. And like, hey, let's make a movie. We need people to make beats for the movie. Come learn at sound art. And then you'll get first dibs on producing for this movie or for this cartoon, or we book Jordan Armstrong and you get the open for him. So we want to do just anything entertainment. I want to have my hands on it. And last thing, if I could say this, cause like I like, it's gonna sound so bad, but I love drug shows. So I like Narcos, I like BMF, I like all these different shows, but they're full of like nudity and profanity and all these things. I'm fast forwarding through stuff. I don't need that in my spirit. But I was like, what if there were shows that were just like, I love the grittiness and I love the entrepreneurship, because these drug dealers are entrepreneurs.
Absolutely, they're
just using it for the wrong purpose. And I was like, what if we had shows that were just as poignant and powerful, but didn't have all the profanity? You can watch with your kids. It doesn't have to be youth groupy all the time. You're starting to see it with like the Bible story, or the what's the show, the Bible it's really good.
It's a Bible show?
Yeah, it's the Chosen.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like
I ain't hip.
Yeah, Chosen is out there. A lot of people like it.
Big time.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like, I'm like, I feel like it's almost like how the narrative of like, does a black movie have to be about slavery? Like, there are other stories.
Exactly.
So I feel like we need more narrative. That's what God's been putting on my heart. It's like visuals, stories. I used to write full blown scripts when I was a kid. I have notebooks full of scripts.
Dang, bro.
I wouldn't remake those scripts, but I think the ideas I have now, I'm into cinematography. I didn't understand what you were talking about back then with aperture and all this stuff. Oh, I get it now. I got, I don't got this setup. This setup is crazy. But I be tinkering with my little lenses.
For sure.
My scenes. I got storyboards. I just need the time to be able to make all that stuff.
Man, so I ain't trying to prolong it. Last question for you. Correct me if I'm wrong, because you're talking about your love for video. Did I produce one of your first music videos? Because I remember coming to you back when I first started doing music videos, and we shot over on their UC campus.
Yes.
And we were downstairs in the basement. I remember it was like a cellar or something.
Yeah, we were in like a hookah lounge.
We were.
What?
Was that?
Yeah, we were in the basement of a hookah lounge shooting a video. I don't know what song that was for though.
But you know what though? Because I'm thinking about it. I still have that.
What?
Whoa.
It is on my Google Drive. And the reason why I know is because I was going through my Google Drive just checking out some space.
That's crazy.
And I saw it and I was like,
you're like me. You're a hoarder.
Whoa.
Man, in Google Drive, bro.
That's so dope.
And it was just sitting there. I didn't play it, but I saw it. I was like, wow.
I don't even know what song that would be. Like, I have no idea what that song is. Like, as good of a memory as I have.
Fit? But was it from the
It might have been from the We Fit.
Because you said 15 years ago. I've been back for about 16 years.
So it had to be.
I was shooting videos for you, too.
It had to be. Yeah, because this was before you started shooting.
Dang.
Yep, around that same time, because we shot that. Remember that one video where you was going through the hallway?
Absolutely.
And it was around that same time.
Back at it.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was back at
so
it.
dope.
Man, we got something for you, man.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
From good company.
I look good company.
You know, this is just something, man, that, you can be proud to wear. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we free in so many ways.
Look at this.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Free in so many ways, man. That's our good freedom joint.
I have was it last year's edition?
Yep.
So this was different.
Yeah,
I like this one too because it don't have the purple.
Yeah.
So I can pull in different colors.
Absolutely.
Love that.
Yeah, thank you. And these, I have like 20 good companies.
Oh yeah,
so
yeah.
I needed a new one.
Yeah,
I'm
you stay in good company for real.
Oh, that's so dope. Thank you,
man. Thank you so much, bro, for coming out and chopping it up with us, man. This
dream come true to be on the show,
bro. This has been such a blessing, man. Such a blessing, and man, we love you, bro. We want you to keep going. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
keep pushing, man.
Yeah, I will.
We're gonna get this album going.
We're gonna get it going. We're gonna get it. Shout out to Tim, cause he orders, man.
Yeah.
Tim is like,
Tim
make
Summers.
this freaking album or else.
Dash.
So, we got you.
So yeah, man. Well, you know, that's our time.
That's our time.
We love y'all, man. We need y'all to get it together so that we can get it together. Peace. Yo, man, if you appreciated this episode of Get It Together and you really want to bless me, LCSS me, like, comment, share, and subscribe. We appreciate y'all.